Hi everyone, welcome to Vedantu JEE English. I'm Diksha Kaushal, your chemistry master teacher. So everybody, welcome to the class and let me know in the chat box if I'm clearly visible and audible to you. Okay, everybody, yes. What is this live about? As you can see, this is about UGEE questions for chemistry, physics and mathematics. And we are going to start with the chemistry sections. Okay, the questions are of really good, like good questions, doable, but they are of like slightly confusing. Like you will have to like think about these questions at least 1 to 2 minutes. They are not direct questions like, okay, this is the formula, you put the formula, right? Not like these. You definitely have to have critical thinking to solve these kind of questions, okay? But I won't say they are very difficult, but yes, doable questions which demands definitely critical thinking. So everybody, are you ready to solve these questions with me or not? Let me know in the comment section. Yes, everybody, are you ready? If you're ready, then I want to see fire in the chat box if you guys are ready for the questions. And just give me a second. Okay. And I want all of you to answer, right? Try to answer. Even if you feel that I have no idea about it, you can guess it, right? There is no negative marking on this channel, right? So you can definitely answer your like what you think about the question in the chat box, right? You might be wrong, you might be right, like definitely that matters, but the important thing is that you will learn something out of it. Okay, so starting with the first question on your screen, let us see. This is, consider the given plot of enthalpy. You have to consider this plot they have given you, right? Of the following reaction between A and B give rise to C plus D. Identify the incorrect statement. Now they are asking you to identify the incorrect statement here. Okay. Now here what is given to us is that this is A plus B, right? This A plus B is giving us D. This A plus B is giving us C. Okay. So now they are talking about kinetically stable product, thermodynamically stable product and activation energy. These are the some of the things they are talking about. Right, so one by one we will discuss about these things. Firstly, because from this diagram, what is clear to me? The activation energy. Now, just ignore every part here and just focus on this particular part. Just focus on this particular part and tell me what is the activation energy. Right, tell me what is the activation. If you focus on only this particular section that I have represented with this blue box, right, then you can see that this is the reactant and this is the product. And what is the activation energy? Activation energy is the highest position till the products, right? So that is your activation energy. You can see this is your activation energy. So this point is 15, this point is 10. So can I say for A plus B to the formation of D, the activation energy is 5. Can I say that activation energy is 5 for D, right? Now, you have to focus on this particular part. That is, I'll just draw it here. That is this part. Okay, now you have to focus on this part where from A to B, you're forming C. Okay, A to B, you're forming C. Now, anybody in the chat box who can tell me that what is the activation energy here? This is A to B, this is till C. So from A to B, the highest point till you have your product, this is called the activation energy, right? Okay, that is going to be, wait a minute, that is activation energy. It is going to be, yes, 20. And here what they are saying is the last statement is activation energy to form C is 5, right? Is 5 less than that of form D. That is definitely incorrect. Okay, because here the activation energy is this much. Here the activation energy is this much. That means the activation energy required to form C is larger than that of D. So that means this statement will be incorrect. So that is going to be our correct answer. Okay, that is going to be our correct answer because they were asking you the incorrect statement. Okay. Now let us see the other sections also. This to directly we got the answer, right? But now what about this one? D is kinetically stable product. See, why it is kinetically stable product? Because the activation energy is low. That is why low activation energy is required. That is why rate of reaction will be faster. That is why it is a kinetically stable product. That is right. If this is kinetically stable, then this will be thermodynamically less stable and C will be thermodynamically more stable. So C is the thermodynamically stable product. That is also the correct statement, right? Formation of A and B form C. From A and B has highest enthalpy of activation. That is obviously true because this is the activation energy required for the formation of C. So that is also the correct answer. So answer is D is the incorrect statement and that is your correct answer. Is that clear to everybody or not? Is that clear to everybody? Right? Okay. Next question, let us see that. This is the explanation, right? Next is in the following reaction. So some reaction is given to you, XA to YB. This is the reaction. A and B respectively can be. This is a very interesting question. Okay, first thing is you have to tell me that I'll tell you one thing that, okay, this is a mixture of two things. One is from physical chemistry, one is from organic chemistry, right? So from physical chemistry, from which chapter is this from, right? You can easily guess that. Okay, this you can easily guess that. Okay, I'll give you hints here. You can easily guess that. This is from chemical kinetics. Now, chemical kinetics. Now, are you able to understand what kind of question this is? From chemical kinetics, this is. And here, if you see, this is mentioned, they have mentioned you the rates, right? They have mentioned you the rates. That means, can you make a statement? Can you make a reaction out of it? If you're able to make a reaction out of it with the help of the rates, right? Then you can easily tell that which is what, right? Okay. So this is a very, very interesting question. Let us see this one by one. Firstly, we will convert this into the reaction, right? So the reaction given to us is X of A give rise to Y of B. So we need to understand what is X and what is Y. With that only we'll be able to understand this, right? That means you have to come up with the rate law equation here, right? So this is the equation that is given to you. Now, if you see, this is nothing but 0.301 is log base 10 of 2. Log base 10 of 2 is 0.301, right? So we'll put this here that log, this is nothing but log base 10 of 2. This is log base 10 of dB by dt. This is log base 10 of minus dA by dt. Now log will be cancelled by taking anti-log here, right? And this is the statement that you will get minus dA by dt. This is basically, wait a minute, I'll just show you this thing here, what exactly we are doing here. This will be minus dA by dt equals to dB by dt, right? Now tell me one thing. When two things, you have to take the anti-log here, right? Okay. So for example, we are taking A into B. The log of A into B is going to be log of A plus B, isn't it? Log of A into B is going to be log of A plus B, right? Okay. From this, can I say one thing here? From this, can I say this is log of A, this is plus log of B, right? Okay. So if I say log of A into B is equals to log of A plus log of B. So can I also write this thing as, log of dB by dt plus 2, and then log will be cancelled and hence you will have it when it should be multiplied here, right? Multiplied by 2 and hence you will have this as your answer. Is this step clear to everybody or not? Right? Is this step clear to everybody or not? Right? Okay, what we did here, we had log of this plus log of this plus log of 2. Now, I will reciprocate this thing. Log of A into B is log of A plus log of B. Then log of A plus B is log of A into B. So this is your A, this is your B. You can write it as log of A into B, right? And take the anti-log, this and this will cancel each other and hence you will have minus dA by dt is equals to 2 into dB by dt, right? Now, right, once you have this, we know that now from this statement you need to know one thing about rate of reaction. What is that thing? Always and always rate of reaction is written as when we are talking about the disappearance, okay, when the reactant is disappearing. Because here in the question they have given us that rate of reaction will be, rate of reaction is, reactant is dA, so this will be dA by dt minus 1 by stoichiometry, right? X is the stoichiometry, right? It cannot be XA by dA by dt, and in the form of dB it will be plus of 1 by y dB by dt. Is it? Are you able to understand from this equation that this is the rate of reaction that you will get for disappearance and appearance? Now, if you see this thing here, right, this 2 should not be in the numerator, right? Why? Because we are saying always number of moles is divided here, right? So that means if I put it like this, if I make this 2 is shifted here and then it will become like this, then I can say now your X in the question is 2 and Y in the question is 1. In that question, what they have given you is minus 1 by x dA by dt, and what you are getting is minus 1 by 2 dA by dt, right? Here you are getting plus dB by dt. That means in the question, your x is coming out to be 2, y is coming out to be 1. So from here I can say 2a give rise to b. Now you have to see which of the following option actually verifies this thing, right? If you have N-butane, that will give you, this is W, butane. What is this W? Wait a minute. What is this W, right? I think there is some mistake here. Okay. Chalo. Next is C2H2. That is, this is basically CnH2n minus 2. So that is your alkyne, right? From alkyne, you get C6H6, right? That is going to be benzene, right? That is going to be benzene. Okay. Then they are saying 2 of alkyne. That means if you use 2 of this, it will give you 6 carbons. No, that is not possible. If you put 2 here, you get 1 here, stoichiometry is 1. So here carbon will be 4 and here carbon will be 6. That is not possible. If you put 2 here and that is 1, in this case it will be C4H8, right? That means this is possible. The number of carbon atoms and hydrogens are getting balanced. So that is why third will be your correct answer, which is getting applicable. That is 2C2H4 give rise to C4H10, right? Sorry, H8. Is that clear to everybody or not? Right? Is that clear to everybody or not? Students, let me know. Let me know in the chat box if that is clear to all of you. Wait a minute. Okay, so that was a very, very interesting question for you, right? Next question I will come to is the amount of, next question is the amount of sugar required to prepare 2 liters of 0.1 molar aqueous solution. Now they are asking you the amount of sugar, that is your W2, weight of solvent. We know that molarity is equals to number of moles of solute, that is W2 by M2, divided by volume in. If your volume is in liters, then you have no issues here, right? We know that molarity is given to be 0.1, volume is given 2 liters, M2 of sugar, formula is given to you. You can easily calculate the molar mass here, right? Then you can put the molar mass here and you will get the value of this W2, right? So easy question that is. So directly what you will put, all the values you will put here, right? And hence you will get your answer, that is weight of the solvent you can easily get, right? Okay, understood? Next question, everybody. Next question on your screen is the most abundant. Now this is a very interesting question. You know why this is an interesting question? Students, don't spam in the chat box, okay? I want to see you guys, right, answering the question, not spamming in the chat box, okay? So kindly don't spam in the chat box. Rather than answer the questions, okay? Try to answer whatever I'm asking you, right? the most abundant elements by mass in the body of healthy human adult is oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. 4 things are given to us. The weight, which is 75. Now, someone who is 75 kilograms, right? So, what's your weight, right? So, 75, they are saying that if someone has 75 kilograms, per person would gain all 1H atoms are replaced by this. Now, they are saying that in our body, this is a human body, right? Human body, they are saying it is having how much hydrogen? Hydrogen is 10%. If the hydrogen is a hydrogen 1 isotope, right? Now, they are saying the weight of that human is 75. Now, in that person, for example, my weight is, let's say, 60, right? My weight is 60. Now, my weight, according to my weight is 60. So, my body has how much hydrogen 1 isotope? It has 10% of 60. That means 10 by 100 of 60. So, what's your weight? Right? What's your weight? Whatever is your weight, right? Let's say someone has 48 weight. So, that will be 10 by 100 into 48. Now, this person they are talking about is having 75 kilogram of weight. That means the hydrogen 1 isotope that is present is 10% of 75. That is 10 by 100 of 75, right? Now, they are saying the weight of this person would gain. Now, if they replace some atom in my body with isotope 2, with deuterium now they are replacing, right? Then what will happen? Right now you have to replace this with deuterium. First you have to see how many hydrogens you will have. 9. Now we know that if it is replaced by H2, then this whole term will be multiplied by 2. 10 divided by this, you can see this is going to be 7.5. Okay, that means in a body whose weight is 75 kilograms, right? If you weigh 75 kilograms, then you have 7.5 kilogram of hydrogen in your body, right? Okay. Now, if in your body that is replaced by deuterium, that is 2 hydrogen, we know that in deuterium the mass is doubled. Okay. So that means this 7.5 will be multiplied by 2 because the mass of hydrogen is doubled, right? So that will be 15, right? Now, what is the difference? What is the difference? Earlier it had 7.5, now it has 15. So how much it has gained? It has gained by 7.5. It has gained by 7.5. Is that clear to everybody or not? It has gained by 7.5. That is C is the correct answer. Now, with this question, the question is actually simple, right? It's not a very complicated question, okay? But what we get is we get confused, percentages is given to us, we jump into calculating the empirical formula. That's not how you will solve this question, okay? Is that clear to everybody, right? Next we have is, now this is absolutely an interesting question that you can solve within, let's say, 2 to 3 minutes. Just give me a second, okay. Okay. Now, this is a very interesting question that you can easily answer in 1 second if you know the concept. Otherwise, definitely it is going to take you time, right? Question is, in an acid-base titration. Now, the question says that in an acid-base titration, 0.1 molar HCl solution was added to NaOH solution of unknown strength. Which of the following correctly shows the change of pH in the titration? See, what they are saying is, you have a conical flask, okay? In this conical flask, what you have? What is the story? You have a conical flask, right? In this, what you have? Anybody? In this, you have NaOH, right? And here from the burette, what you are adding? What you are adding? They are saying that acid-base titration, this much HCl was added. You are adding HCl here, right? So when you had no HCl in the conical flask, then you only had NaOH. And NaOH, we know that this has pH very high. You can take approximately 14 it will have. That means the pH initially will be very high. Okay. that means these two are automatically eliminated, right? This also you can take that, okay, but there is no intercept that is touching here, right? So that is totally your choice what you want to do, but you have to eliminate because this is going up to infinity, right? That is not possible, right? If pH has some stable value, pH will be up to 14 at 25 degrees Celsius, not beyond that, right? So that is why this is also cancelled because pH cannot be infinity, right? Now you have these two cases here, right? Now, if you add HCl, now what will happen? Acid-base titration will start taking place. Right? Now, in this case, what will happen? Your pH will start decreasing. Ma'am, here also it is decreasing, here also it is decreasing, right? And there will be a point that is called equivalence point, where HCl and NaOH will be equal to each other. For example, one additional information for you. For example, okay, now let me know in the chat box. If you have base more and you're adding acid into it, then you use phenolphthalein as the indicator, right? Phenolphthalein is basically pink in color when it is in the basic medium. So here you will have phenolphthalein, right? Now phenolphthalein is pink in color, right? When it is in the basic medium. When base and acid that will get neutralized with each other, there will be no H positive or OH negative ions in this solution. All the H positive ions are eating the OH negative ions. Then you will have no OH negative and H positive ions individually here, and that is why it will turn colorless. It will turn colorless, right? After that, you're like, okay, now I will not stop. I will add more of HCl here, right? Till now, you have reached this point where pH is equals to 7, right? This is the equivalence point when pH is equals to 7, right? Even now, you're adding HCl. Now, what will happen? The pH will start decreasing, and hence, A is going to be the correct answer here. And A option is for B here. So, answer will be B is the correct answer. A is the correct graph and B is the correct answer here. Okay, understood? Very good. I can see most of you knew this. That is a very good news that you. Achha, this so I have just. I thought I would need any page to solve this, but I solved it there only. Next question is the correct statement about probability density except at infinite distance from the nucleus. Okay. The correct statement about probability density. They are talking about probability density. That is, they are talking about psi. Okay. It can never be 0 for 2s. Okay. If you talk about 2s, 0, 0, 0, they are asking 0, 0, 0, right? All these things. Now tell me one thing. When probability density is 0, what that thing is called? That thing is called node. Okay. So we will calculate radial nodes here. We will calculate radial. See how smartly they are asking you radial nodes here, right? Okay. So n minus L minus 1 is the formula here, right? N is what? For 2s. Let's say for 2s. Okay. Firstly, we are calculating it for 2s. This is 2s. So this is 2. N is 2. S is 0 minus 1. It is having 1 radial node. And here we are saying it can never be 0 for. This is a wrong statement. This is a wrong statement. Why? Because it has 1. It is 0. It is 0. It is 0 at one position. At one position, it is 0 because it has 1 radial node where probability density is 0. Then for 3p, what you have? 3 minus 1, that is again 1. It can be 0. That is true. It can be 0 for 3p because it has 1 radial node. It can be 0 for 1s. For 1s, it is 1 minus 0 minus 1, that is 0. That means no radial node. For 1s, there is no radial node. That means probability density can never be 0 except when it is infinite distance. Infinite distance, so everything will be having nodes, right? At infinite distance, right? So here, that is the incorrect statement. It can be negative for 2p. It can never be negative. That is also the incorrect statement. So answer is B is the correct answer. Is that clear to everybody? B is the correct answer. Okay, understood? Right? Okay, students. Next question on your screen is the electrons are more like to be found in which of the following? Now, this is the graph given to you. In a region of A and C, electrons are found in which? See, graph is between psi and this X. So, definitely in this region we can find, definitely in this region we can find. At this B point we cannot find. Because B point psi is 0, that means there is no electron. Electron we can't find at B position. So, this is the nodal plane. This is node. Okay. So, here we can definitely write that the region of A and C we can find. Right. So, answer will be A is the correct answer. Right. A and C. This is A region. This is C region. So, between A and C you can find the electrons. Okay. Right. Yes. Next we have is next question. Now let us see which of the graph shown below does not represent the relationship between incident light and the electron ejected from the metal surface. From which effect this is? Anybody in the chat box? What is this effect? What is the name of this effect? Everybody? What is the name of this effect? Yes, what is the name of this effect? That is photoelectric effect. Okay, photoelectric effect. Now for photoelectric effect, very good, very good. You have answered it correctly. Lakshit, you have answered it correctly. Very good. Now photoelectric effect means you will have H mu, that is incident light. It will be equals to H mu naught plus of kinetic energy. Now, if you see the first graph here, first graph is number of electrons and frequency of light. So, when the number of electrons, they are saying number of electrons, we are, let's say frequency is increasing, there will be a threshold frequency, right? Frequency is, let's say, increasing, right? In that point, number of electrons will increase. At one point, it will become constant, no matter how much frequency you increase, right? Can you tell me the reason behind that? See, when you are increasing the frequency, right? Let's say you are increasing the frequency, number of electrons are also increasing at that point. You are giving frequency, number of electrons are increasing. But at one point, right, they will become constant. Number of electrons with the frequency of light will not vary, because now you have reached that point, right? So basically what is happening here, we know now that minimum frequency this much is required. Minimum H mu naught frequency is required. Till you reach H mu naught, there is no ejection of electron. That is why nothing, no electron is, we can take out here, right? No electron we can take out here. Right? But as soon as you reach the threshold frequency, number of electrons, right, you can eject. And number of electrons will not increase as you increase the frequency. Because as you increase the frequency, the kinetic energy is dependent on the frequency. That is why frequency will remain constant no matter, number of electrons will remain constant no matter frequency is increasing or decreasing. This is a very, very important graph, guys. Again, I am explaining. See, always remember these 2 points. I think by these 2 points, things will be clear. Kinetic energy will define the, wait a minute. Frequency will define the kinetic energy of electrons. More the frequency, more will be the kinetic energy, right? And intensity of light, or you can say number of photons, will define the number of electrons. So there is no as such a relation between number of electrons and frequency of light directly. So that is why there is no graph. That is why we are saying that till threshold is, till they have, for example, frequency is less than h mu naught, nothing will happen. No electron will be ejected. So that is why there will be nothing. But once you see that the frequency h mu naught matches with h mu, right? H mu matches with h mu naught with the work function, then you will say Electrons are getting ejected here, and here what you will say, yes ma'am, now they will become constant, right? Because that does not depend, that no matter how much you increase the frequency, kinetic energy of that electron will increase. So that is why this will become the correct, and they are asking does not. Okay, so this is the correct graph. What about this graph? Kinetic energy of electron and intensity of light. Now kinetic energy of electron and intensity also does have no relation with each other. As I told you, relation is between mu and kinetic energy, intensity and number of electrons. Kinetic energy and intensity has no relation. That is why as you increase the intensity, right, or you increase the kinetic energy, there is no effect. As you increase the intensity of the light, number of electrons will increase. There is no effect on the kinetic energy of electron. That is why this is also correct, right? Third is very important. Between these two graphs, you might get confused. This we will see from the equation. This is y is equals to, this is, let's say, graph is between mx plus c, right? Frequency of light and kinetic energy of electrons. So let's say this is y. Okay, so I'll rather put it as ke is equals to h mu minus h mu naught. Now y is what? Y is kinetic energy. Energy of light or frequency of light is mu, right? So this will be mx plus c. So here can you see the intercept is negative? The intercept is negative. But in this case, the intercept is 0. If I draw a graph between kinetic energy and frequency of light, the intercept should be minus h mu naught. That should be negative here. Okay, so that is only possible in this case. That is only possible in this case where you have negative intercept. So this is the wrong graph. That is why this will become the correct answer. Is that clear to everybody or not? Right? Okay. Now, next question on your screen we have is, two solids dissociate. These are the two, okay, I'll speed up, right? Two solids are given to you, two equations are given to you. They are saying two solids are getting dissociated. Total pressure when both solids dissociate simultaneously. Now, simultaneous equilibrium is a very, very important thing, right, for your exam. This is B, this is C, and here it is D give rise to C plus C. Okay. So now what you will see this very carefully. If I assume that here pressure, let's say initially it is 0, initially let's say it is P1, it is 0, it is 0. At equilibrium, initially it is P2, it is 0, it is 0. Okay. So at equilibrium, this will be 0, this will be P2, sorry, this will be P1 and this will also be P1. Okay. This will also be P1 because the stoichiometry is 1 and 1. And here at equilibrium, this will be 0, this will be P2 and this will be P2. Now, in simultaneous equilibrium, what you do is, you pick out the common species and you add P1 and P2 here, right? That should be same. That is why they both will become equal. And this is going to define your answer. Once you have reached this point, other things are very simple. You have to write the value of Kp1, that will be P1 into P1 plus P2, right, at equilibrium. This is P1 multiplied by P1 into P2. Kp2 is going to be P2 multiplied by P1 plus P2, right? Now, they are asking you the total pressure when both the solids dissociate simultaneously. Total pressure you have to find, that is P1 plus P2 they are asking you, right? Okay, in terms of X and Y. We know that this value is nothing but X, this is nothing but Y. So I'll just write it here. This is nothing but this is X, this is nothing but this is Y. So you can write X is equals to P1, P1 plus P2, Y is equals to P2, P1 plus P2. You will solve these two equations, you will get the answer for P1 and P2, okay? So this is the equation that you will get, X plus Y is equals to P1 plus P1 plus P2 plus P2 plus P1 plus P2. Then you have to apply mathematics here, right? That will be P1 plus P2 whole square, because P1 plus P2 whole square is what? A plus B whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB, right? So this is what they have written. This is A square. This can also, you can write it in the same way. This you can write P1 square plus P2 square 2 into P1 P2. This can also be written in the same way, P1 square plus this is P1 into P2, P1, P2. This is P1, P2. That will become 2 into P1, P2, right? Plus this is P2 square. Okay. So this and this is similar. That is why they have written P1 plus P2 whole square. Okay. Then x plus y is P1, P2 whole square. So P1 plus P2 is equals to under root x plus y, and that is your answer, what you will get here. Right? Okay. Understood this thing? Oh, this is the answer for P1 plus P2. One thing to remember here is total pressure here. Total pressure is P1 plus P1 plus P2 plus P2 plus P1 plus P2, right? That is the total pressure that you have. That means total pressure is P1 plus P1 plus P2 plus P2. That means it will become 2 into P1, P2, right? Why it has become this? Because see, at equilibrium, this is a simultaneous equilibrium. In that beaker, you have how many things? A you have, B you have, C you have. So A is P1, A you have, sorry, C you have, B you have, and E you have. C is P1 plus P2, B is P1, E is P2. So it will be P1 plus P2, P1 plus P2, that is 2 times P1 plus P2. So that is why answer is going to be 2 times under root x plus y. That is going to be the correct answer here. Is that clear to everybody or not? Right? Okay. Students, is that clear? Next is consider the reaction. So this reaction is given to you here, right? The equilibrium constant of the above reaction is Kp. They have given you the equilibrium constant here, right? If pure ammonia is left to dissociate, that means pure ammonia, it is still to dissociate. The partial pressure of ammonia at equilibrium is given by which thing? P of ammonia you have to answer, assuming that P of NH3 and total at equilibrium is less than. Right? So now same thing we will apply here. This is the equation you have. Let us see how to solve this. Same formula of Kp we will apply. Right? So this is the equation that you have. Right? We know that here the pressure at equilibrium, this will be P. This will be 3P, this will be 2P, right? That is the pressure at equilibrium, right? In terms of total pressure, that is capital P, right? So here you have written this as P, this as 3P, this as 2P. Now, when you write the total pressure here, total pressure at equilibrium is this pressure plus this pressure plus this pressure. That is pressure of N2 plus pressure of H2 plus pressure of NH3, right? But now we have seen that in front of total pressure, pressure of NH3 is very, very small. That is given in the question. That at equilibrium, pressure of NH3 is very small. That means when you are calculating total pressure, you can ignore the pressure of NH3. So this will be ignored, right? So this will be ignored. That means total pressure will become, P total will become pressure of NH2, that is coming out to be P, pressure of H2, that is coming out to be 3P, right? So now total pressure is 4 of P, that is your partial pressure. Now what they are asking you is, they are not asking you total pressure, they are asking you partial pressure of ammonia, right? So partial pressure of ammonia, how you will calculate? Kp value is from this formula, that is pressure of NH3 raised to power stoichiometry 2, pressure of N2 raised to power stoichiometry, that is 1, pressure of H2 raised to power stoichiometry, that is 3, right? Now here you will put all the values. This we have to solve, okay? This we have to solve, right? Now you will put the value of pressure of this we don't know, pressure of N2 you know, that is P, pressure of H2 you know that is 3P, right? And here you will put these values and this is what you will get here, that is Kp is equals to pressure of this and this. This is the formula that you will get. But still you have not solved the full question here, right? Because they are asking you, in terms of Kp only they are asking you, right? In terms of Kp and this P they are asking you. So directly you can put the value here by solving this. By solving this P NH3 square, you will get this as your answer. Right? Okay. So they are asking you pressure of NH3, partial pressure of NH3 in terms of Kp and P only. That's how you can easily calculate this in these terms, because already it is in those terms only, right? Okay. Yes, everybody, is that clear or not? Right? Now, one more thing you should know is here it should be capital P. Here it is in small p. That is the partial pressure that we assumed, right? So they are asking you, this answer is in, if you see the options, this is capital P. That means they are asking you the question in capital P, that is the total pressure. So total pressure of this will be capital P plus 3P. That is the total pressure. That means total pressure is going to be 4P that we have written here, right? So you have to solve this in terms of total pressure. That is why P is equals to capital P, or you can say PT by 4, and you will put this value here and here, right? And that's how you will get your answer. Okay? Yes, everybody? Okay, it's mostly calculation work is there, right? Otherwise, it's easy only, right? Calculation work, I would say, this part is little time consuming. This part will be your time consuming part. This part is the time consuming part, right? Next question we have, the molar solubility of CdOH twice is 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 5 meters in water. Molar solubility is given to you. That means solubility S is given to you, right? The expected solubility of CdOH twice in buffer solution pH is given to me. So now two concepts are applied here, right? So we'll try to solve by those two concepts. Firstly, we will solve pOH here, right? Then we will solve the value of OH negative concentration from here. From here, we can solve the value of KSP. Equating these two, we will get our answer. Let us see how. Okay. First thing is, they have given you that for this solution, your pH is 12, right? That means your pOH value will be equals to 2. 14 minus 12, that is 2. That means the OH concentration, if your pOH is 2, if your pH of anything is 2, or let's say X, right, that anything will be equals to 10 raised to minus X. So here it is 2, so it will be 10 raised to minus 2. That is the value of OH negative ions, right? Okay. Now, if you see this question here, solubility is also given to you, right? If you solve this in terms of the solubilities, can you get like directly what you will see here? The stoichiometry is 1, here stoichiometry is 2. So KSP is going to be 1 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, that is 4S. This is 4, wait a minute, 1 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, solubility of 1 plus 2, that is going to be 4S cube. That is going to be the value of KSP. You'll put the value of solubility that is given to you in the question only, right? And hence you will get the value of KSP. Now, what they are asking you is the expected solubility of CdOH twice in buffer solution of pH 12. Now, if you know this, we can also get the formula of this as, we can also get the formula of KSP in terms of ions as Cd2 positive, right? This is OH negative raised to power 2. We know the ions, from here we know the concentration of OH negative. From here we know the value of KSP also, right? Cd2 positive ion will be same as CdOH twice, okay? The concentration of Cd2 positive will be your concentration of CdOH twice, right? Is that clear to everybody or not? That's how you will solve this question. That is Cd positive is KSP divided by OH negative square. You will solve this. Cd2 positive is nothing but your CdOH twice ions only, right? So two things, in fact three things we have used are KSP value in terms of solubility, KSP value, how to solve this in terms of the concentration of ions. Two formulas. One is how you will get the answer of this OH negative. That is from the pH value you can get the value of OH negative ions. Is that clear to everybody or not? Students, is that clear? Right. Next question on your screen we have is 1 mole of monatomic, right? Okay, 1 mole of monatomic ideal gas expands adiabatically. That means Q is equals to 0. At initial temperature capital T against a constant external pressure, Now, can you tell me if you have constant external pressure, is this process reversible or this process irreversible? Anybody in the chat box? Can you tell me now final temperature they have asked you, right? I told you whenever they ask you the final temperature, you have to see whether the process is reversible or irreversible. At constant external pressure, that means we are talking about a big mass that you will put here, right? That means it is an irreversible process. Irreversible process, right? Irreversible process it is, right? So how you will solve this of 1 atmospheric from 1 liter to 2 liter? This V1, V2 is given to you, right? Okay, V1, V2 is given to you. And external pressure is also given to you. Very good, right? Directly what you will know, okay, for monatomic gas, you will have to know the value of CVM also here, right? Now, if you see this two formulas here, we know that work done is equals to minus P delta V, right? We also know that work done is equals to, if you see this, delta U is equals to W plus Q. If Q is 0, then W and delta U is same. And we know that the value of delta U is NCVM delta T. Okay. So you can put the value here. Work done is equals to NCVM delta T. Okay. So now N value you already know, they are talking about number of moles is 1. CVM from monatomic gas, right? You should know the value of CVM, FR by 2, right? That is, FR by 2 is the value of CVM, and for monatomic gas, the degree of freedom is 3. So here answer will be 3R by 2 is the value of CVM. So CVM also you know, N also you know. This NCVM, this is T2 minus T1. T1 they have given you or not? Find out the temperature, expands adiabatically at initial temperature, capital T. Okay, initial temperature they have given us capital T. Okay, and pressure they have given you 1 atmospheric. Volume delta V also they have given you. So directly you can solve this. Okay, students, is that clear how we are going to solve this question? Okay, how we are going to find out what is the formula we are going to use. So too many things here we have. First, you have to see whether it's reversible or irreversible. See, if this was a reversible, let's say they have written here at variable external pressure. Variable means it is reversible. The whole question will change. In that case, you will solve the value of PV gamma is equals to constant. With those formulas, you will solve this equation. But now, because it is irreversible, then through these two formulas, you will solve this, the value of T2 here. Right? Is that clear to everybody? Now you just have to put all the values here. This is at pressure is 1, V1, this is V2, this is, I'll just write the formula here, NCVM T2 minus T1, right, is equals to P delta V. Ma'am, why here we don't have minus? Because what they have done, they have written it as T1 minus T2, so that you can eliminate this minus here. Right, with that also you can solve this, right? You will solve this, the CVM value, you will put it as 3R by 2, and by that you will get your answer for T2 here. Is that clear to everybody or not? By that you will get your answer for T2. Okay, students? Next question is on your screen. Is that clear? Is that clear? Work done against, also ma'am, against of its work done against and constant also ma'am. Work done, I am not saying. Constant external pressure. Okay. Constant external pressure means a big mass you are putting there. Variable means small steps. So that is why we will use for reversible, the formulas are different. Okay. Now, next is calculate the standard. Now, what they are asking you, calculate the standard cell potential of the cell in which following reaction takes place. So this is the reaction that you have, right? These are the things. Now, it also, like every single question that I have picked is very interesting, right? Okay. So here, they have given you two things here. Now, if you want to calculate the reduction potential E naught, we know that for this reaction, what you need. Students, for this reaction, E naught cell is equals to E naught cathode. Can you tell me what is the cathode? Cathode is the one which is losing, which is gaining the electron. So here it is losing, here it is gaining the electron. So this will be E naught of Ag positive to Ag, that is the reduction potential, minus of reduction potential of the one that is at anode. Anode means loss of electrons. This is from 2 positive to 3 positive. Anode means oxidation number will increase, loss of electrons. So oxidation number is increasing. That means this is oxidation only, right? But here you have to write the reduction potential. So you will not write F2 positive to F3 positive. Rather you will write F3 positive to Fe2 positive. That is going to be your answer, right? So now you have to write it in terms of X and Y. So how you will write it? Ma'am, E naught of Ag to Ag, this is already given to us, that is X. That is already given to us. Now you have to solve the value of E naught of Fe3 positive to Fe2 positive. For this, two things are given to you. Now here you will use the formula, not the conservation of delta G. See, if I say from Fe3 positive to Fe2 positive, then from Fe2 positive to Fe, right? Now they are asking you directly from Fe3 positive to Fe2 positive. Wait a minute. From Fe to Fe2 positive is given. From Fe3 positive to Fe is given. You have to see these two things. Okay. So here let's say it is the N1. Number of electron lost are number of electron. Here you are oxidation number is decreasing, so you are gaining the electron. So you are gaining 1 electron. Here you are gaining 1 electron. Okay. Here you are gaining how many electrons? Here you are gaining 2 electrons. Wait a minute. Here you are gaining 2 electrons. Right? Okay. Here you are gaining 3 electrons. Right? This E naught is given to be Z. From Fe3 positive to Fe it is given to be Z. This is given to be, this is what I have to see. I'll take it as, let's say, A or whatever. I'll take it as D because my name is Diksha. I'll take it as D. Okay. And here for 2, it is given to be Fe2 positive to Fe, it is given to be Y. Now, we know that delta G of 3 is equals to delta G of 1 plus delta G of 2. So, if you have to solve it for this one, right? So, what you will write here? What you will write here it is, this will be 3 into, 3 is the number of electron, 3 into Z is equals to 1 into D, you have to find the value of D, plus 2 into Y, right? So D is equals to 3Z minus 2Y, right? Because what is delta G? Delta G is minus NFE naught cell. Okay, so when you will put the value of delta G, N and Faraday will cancel out and you will have only number of electrons and the E naught potential, right? So that is how you will have the value of D as 3Z minus Y. So you will put it here 3Z minus 2Y, right? So that is going to be X minus 3Z plus 2Y, right? X minus 3Z plus 2Y, that is A is going to be the correct answer here. X minus 3Z plus 2Y, that is A is going to be the correct answer. Is that clear? Okay, 1 is the correct answer. Next question students on your screen is match list 1 with list 2. Choose the appropriate answer from the options given to you, right? So hybridization, VBT, here this is a mixed question of chemical bonding and coordination chemistry, right? So even if you have like less idea about all these things, even then you can answer this, right? Let's say this PCl5, this is always P, this is 1, 2, 3, this is nothing but trigonal bipyramidal, that is, it is sp3d. So here answer will be sp3d, that is 1 is the correct answer, C is 1, okay? C is 1, these two are eliminated. Now, if you see, what about D? In this case, it will be sp3d2 because it is octahedral. Either it will be sp3d2 or it can be d2sp3. Both options we have, yes, D2, either it can be, C can be 2 or it can be 4. Two option we have here, it is 3 option is automatically eliminated, so answer will be B is the correct answer. You'll say, ma'am, what is this guesswork you have done, right? I just told you that, okay, without solving also you can answer, but now we will do with solving, okay? Now we will do with solving. Now let's say you want to know the hybridization of this PCl5. So how we will know? I'll just write it here. Phosphorus. That belongs to group number what? That belongs to group number 15. So 5 outermost electrons, all are, because 5 Cl you have. So all are occupied in making bond pair. So you have 0 lone pair. So 5, number of sigma plus lone pair is going to be 5. Number of sigma plus lone pair is going to be 5. That is nothing but sp3d2. That is how you will solve the questions for VBT, for chemical bonding questions. And if you talk about, let's say, ma'am, I want to solve for BRF5. Okay, so here what you will do, very simple. Here I am firstly solving for chemical bonding. Okay, so here what you are going to do, this is going to be Br is what? Br belongs to group number which? Halogens. Halogen is 7 atomic number. So 7 minus 5 bond it is making already. So 2 electron means 1 lone pair you will have. Number of sigma plus lone pair is going to be 1 plus sigma bond is 5. So it is going to be sp3d2. Right? Is that the answer? Yes, that is the answer. This also we define sp3d. Now, ma'am, if I have to solve the coordination chemistry questions, then how I will solve? Coordination chemistry, let us pick this one, that is PtCl4. Now, for this, you should also know the exceptions here, right? Okay, Cl, students, this is a very important exception, okay? Very important exception. Cl is a weak field ligand, but now let us see here how it will act, right? Basically, it is going to cause pairing in this case, right? Okay, because Cl, when you have Pt, it will cause pairing, it will act as strong field ligand, so that is why answer will be dsp2. With coordination number 4, it can have sp3 or it can have dsp2, but d orbital will be empty, that is why it will have dsp2 hybridization, right? Then about this also, it can have d2sp3 or it can have sp3d2, right? Two things. But because NH3, when cobalt is in +3 oxidation state, it's also very, very important. NH3, when cobalt is in +3 oxidation state, it will cause the pairing. It will cause the pairing of electrons, right? Usually NH3 does not cause the pairing, but with cobalt 3 positive, it causes the pairing. With cobalt 2 positive, it does not cause the pairing. Okay, only with cobalt 3 positive. If you want to solve this, cobalt 3 positive means cobalt is 27. So it is 4s2 3d7. So 3 electrons will be eliminated. That means it will be 3d6. But because it is going to cause the pairing, so it is going to be, because it is going to cause the pairing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to cause the pairing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is why you will be left with 2ds and these 3p. So that is why answer will be D2sp3. So this is also a very, very important compound. Okay? Understood, students? Next, we have some questions from organic chemistry. First question is, which of the following compounds shall not produce propane by reaction? Now we are saying which shall not produce propane by reaction with HBr followed by elimination or direct elimination reaction. Now students, if you see this reaction, everybody, which of the following compounds shall not produce propene by reaction with HBr? Okay, by reaction with HBr, you have to do the reaction with HBr here. Right? So one by one, we will do the reaction. Propene you have to have here, right? So in this case, one by one, if you see HBr reaction, firstly with epoxide only, this bond will break, one of the bond will break, and here you will have hydrogen linked here and Br linked here. You will have CH3, CH2, CH2, Br. Right? This is the thing that you will have. After this, it will cause the dehydrohalogenation, and you will have the formation of propene. Next is, if you have alcohol, so directly when you add HBr here and then you do the elimination, then Br will be present here. After that, again same thing will happen here, right? That means Br will be eliminated, H will be eliminated. Again, you will have the formation of propene, right? Next we have is when you have CH2 double bond C double bond O. Now you add HBr here. This is positive, this is negative, right? Now we know that positive, this is positive, this is negative. Negative will attack on the less electronegative element, that is carbon, right? Electrons will jump here and you will have H here, and here you will have the formation of Br. So this will be CH2 double bond CBrOH, right? Now, if you see, can you tell me what is this formation? What is this thing? This is enol form, right? If you see this, this is nothing but this is enol form, right? Now here, this hydrogen, for example, this is enol form, tautomerism will occur here. You will have 1, 2 and 3, third position. Double bond will shift here, hydrogen will shift here. Hydrogen is shifted here, double bond will shift here, right? That means proper tautomerism will occur, and hence you will have the formation of a haloketone, right? That is why here you can't say that you have the formation of propene. In this case, again, this is the same thing that you have here. Elimination will occur and you will have the formation of propene, right? So answer is going to be B is the correct answer, which you will not have the formation of propene after the elimination. Okay. Next is identify A and B. Identify A and predict the type of reactions here. You have to identify, this is a very interesting question. Okay. So you have to identify this. Here two things are important. You also should know that what is the stereo specific attack here, right? Okay. So here, if you see this, first is NH2, because what we have is Na positive, NH2 negative, which is a very strong base, right? It's not a weak base, it's a very strong base. That is why it is going to attack on the alpha position corresponding to this, which is this hydrogen is not very acidic, but this is a very strong base. That is why this is going to eliminate this hydrogen here, and this bond will be shifted here, right? Okay, and hence you will have the formation of benzene. Now to this benzene, you can have what kind of attacks? Let us see. First attack can be here, other attack can be over here, two attacks can be there. So if you attack NH2 over here, or if you attack NH2 over here, two things are possible in this case, right? But here what you will see, this is the negative, this is lone pair, this is single bond, double bond. Then you have, wait a minute, this attack will be there, yes, electron, this will be the negative charge, right? Okay, now, and this one is, you have the negative charge, this is NH2. Now, what you will see is, with this NH3 only, right, if you see this question here, right, they have written NaNH2 here, right? So here what you have is NH2 negative only, right? Now what will happen? It is again going to, basically this is going to give us NH3 here, right? And NH3 is also a base, right? Okay. So it is also going to accept the, like basically if there is negative charge, it is going to get attracted towards it. So what will happen? This proton here is going to get attracted towards the hydrogen, and this is the formation that you will have. Now, what you see is more stable negative charges close to electron withdrawing group, right? Negative charge, more stable as negative charge is close to electron withdrawing group. This negative charge is close to the electron withdrawing group. That's why this is more stable, this is less stable. With this, you would have the formation of only this compound, right? So, two compounds you could have formed, but here you have the formation of this particular compound, which was more stable, right? Now, this is whether this is a syn attack, syn substitution, or simple substitution reaction. What you will see, this is a simple substitution reaction. This is not a syn substitution here, right? Okay. Incoming nucleophile ends on same carbon on which Br is leaving, right? The incoming Br was leaving from this position, incoming liquefied is also on this position, right? So this is the same attack, scene attack, right? So that is, sorry, this is not a scene attack, right? So that is why it is a simple substitution reaction. There is no interchange of position that we can see here, right? Okay, so simple answer is going to be this OCH3 and this is NH2. Understood, right? Next we have, which of the following reagent would distinguish cis-cyclopentane 1,2-diol from trans isomer? Okay, so now you have cis-cyclopentane 1,2 and its trans isomer. If you have to distinguish cis and trans, what you will use? Aluminium isopropoxide, acetone, ozone and MnO2. See, this is your cis and trans. If you say cis and trans isomer, so what we have to use here is, right? So this is, wait a minute, what was given to us? Cis cyclopenta 1,2-diol, right? So this is your cis and trans will be one position here, one position there, right? In trans, so it will not show any reaction here. With cis, what kind of reaction what you will see with acetone? That here, this oxygen and this two hydrogens, these will be eliminated. And you will have the formation of a ketal. That is why this ketal is formed to protect the ketonic group of ketone, the carbonyl group of ketone. That is how this carbonyl group is protected by these two OH groups. So here what you have is elimination of this water, hydrogen and oxygen. Water is eliminated and you have the formation of O, and this is C, CH3, CH3. That means the formation of a kind of ketal here you have, right? And here you will see trans will have OH in the opposite direction. That is why there will be no reaction like this, because one is in this position, other is in this angle. So there will be no symmetry to have this kind of reaction for trans. That is why that is not possible. That reaction with acetone is not possible, right? The next question is, out of the following, which is a product formed when cyclohexanol undergoes aldol condensation followed by heating? Cyclohexanol, aldol condensation. So there is a very simple route of aldol condensation. What you have to see, this is, I'll just draw it like this. Okay, I'll just draw it like this. This is C double bond O. So one thing is, you have to do two things here. In one place, you have to keep the alpha hydrogen. So what I'll do rather here, I'll keep alpha hydrogen here. Here I'll just write simple double bond O. This is alpha hydrogen. For other thing, what I'll do, I'll keep my double bond O here. That's it. Now what you have to do, whenever you have a aldol condensation, you have, this is the alpha carbon, this is the carbonyl carbon. You have two molecules. Alpha carbon and carbonyl carbon will be attached. This is the process always in aldol condensation. You are going to do this, right? So what I'll do, I will attach the alpha carbon with the carbonyl carbon here, right? So this is double bond O, right? This carbon is attached to this carbon here, right? And here this is converted to, this will be converted to OH. Okay, so this particular thing is converted to OH. Here you have 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is what you will have. Now, after this conversion, you have to eliminate the alpha and beta position. From alpha and beta position, you have to eliminate water. So, this is the alpha position, this is the beta position. OH will be eliminated. Here, H will be eliminated. Here, H will be eliminated. And hence, what you will see in the end, I'll just write it here. What you will see in the end, why I'm drawing it? Because I know directly seeing this reaction, you won't be able to make it yourself, right? So this is double bond O. Now this is the position and you have to link this with this position. I am linking this with this position here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here I'll have the double bond, right? Because this is where alpha and beta position, OH and H is being eliminated. So here I'll have the double bond and that is the alpha beta unsaturated ketone. You have the formation of alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So that is your correct answer here. So answer will be A is your correct answer. Acha, one more thing. Here, if you see this, In the options, this might not be in the options only. This is not there. Is it there in the option? Wait a minute. Double bond. Double bond. Then this A will not be the correct answer. No, this A is not the correct answer, guys. I think by mistake, they have marked A. This is going to be the correct answer. Okay? Aldol condensation. If I say this would have been a correct answer, then they should have double bond here. Right? At least double bond should be there. It's not possible only. This could be the correct answer, but here it should be the single bond. Okay? Either this will be the correct answer or this will be the correct answer. It's not possible that both of them will be mentioned in the option. Either this they will mention or this they will mention. Okay? Understood, everybody? Is that clear? Is that clear? So guys, that was about your chemistry section. Now physics section is going to start. Let me just call Shreyas sir here, right? So that he can start with the physics section, right? By that time, for all the students, firstly like this video, right? And just give me a second. Wait a minute. So ready for your physics part. Okay, so by that time, sir is just joining in 1 minute, right? As you can see here in the description box, you will have all the test series, right, that are available for you regarding VIT EEE, let's say Comet K, BitSat, ISR, different test series you have here. So whatever is your target, you can pick that test series. And for those students who are preparing for JEE Advanced, you can pick a rank accelerator book here for your JEE Advanced preparation that is there. For physics, chemistry and mathematics, that is just for 1665. That is available and delivered to you at your home. It has very interesting questions, right? As you can see, I have also taken some questions from Eklavya and taught you in the class itself, right? You can see my lectures there, right? And if you want to get enrolled to any JEE Advanced batch, if you think that, ma'am, I'm not so good, then you can join this Eklavya batch here. Click on this and you will have your JEE Advanced Eklavya batch where all the previous year questions of JEE Advanced, Eklavya questions, and some doubt sessions will also be conducted in this batch that are actually going on right now. So whatever is your target, all the links are in the description box here, right? Everything is there, and don't forget like this video. And now Shreyas sir is joining. I'll take your leave. Bye-bye. This is Diksha Kaushal signing off. Bye-bye.
My dear warriors, let me know if I'm audible and visible to all of you quickly in the chat box. And thank you, J Aspirant, for that super chat, and it means a lot. J Aspirant, our regular warrior, and hopefully the results will be out by tonight. And if it is out, definitely we'll let you know. It's time to begin with the physics section quickly with your captain Shreyas. All right. So if you have forgotten to smash that like button, please do that right now. Hello Anna, hi Shirish, hi Refusing, hi Arun Kumar, hi Arnav, Siddharth. Welcome, Shri Harsha. Hi, Mokshit. Good evening. So, mainly, usually the important chapters for your SUPR exam are rotation, EMI, waves, optics, thermo, electrostatics, and magnetism. In case you have not yet gone through any one of these units, please go through it properly, solve more questions. These are the most important. And usually, I suggest for SUPR, try to solve around 33 to 35 questions bare minimum, and even if few questions are wrong here and there, that's okay, but do not make guesses for more than 2 or 3 questions, okay, because then your negative marks will kick in and that will reduce your score drastically. So that is what I will suggest for SUPR. The REAP session is going to be conducted tomorrow. In case you are wondering where it is, it's there right on the channel. So make sure that you are smashing your like button out here, marking your attendance. Okay, great. And lots of J Advanced sessions being scheduled already. Cool. Yes, REAP questions coming tomorrow. Shirish, yes, REAP questions. All right. Minimum you target, see, like that, 90, 95 will be okay, but I would say at least target 100 plus only, because less than 100 will be, I don't know, dicey, rank inflation, anything might happen, more competition, more preparedness. So 100 bare minimum you try. Even if you are around 90, 95, I think you will go through. Okay, cool. So here comes the first question on your screen. The absolute error is this much in a length and it is removed from some another length. What is the percentage error of that remaining part? Okay. So from 20 meters plus or minus 0.1, I am taking out 5 meters plus or minus 0.05. So the question is, after taking it out, what is remaining? So 20 minus 15, sorry, 20 minus 5 is 15, but absolute errors never ever subtract, they always add. So this will be still 0.15. So if you are talking about percentage error in the final result, it will be the error which is 0.15 divided by the mean value into basically 100. Yes, that is just going to be 1%, my dear students, which is obviously option A. I hope you did not make that silly mistake and subtract that error by mistake. Okay, never ever subtract it. No, it is not Diyama, it is option A. Hi Ashwin. Hi Sada, good evening. Yes, the level is very high because obviously the institution is also like that only, triple IT. So we cannot cry. You cannot say JEE Advanced is very tough and all that. So triple IT is one of the best colleges for your computer science IT. So the exam is going to be hard. Number of seats are very less. Competition is not that high in number, but all the top-notch students only write this exam. Let me be very clear about this. And don't think people will ignore this college. Many students leave lower branch IITs or even lower branch NITs to get admission in triple IT. So whatever it is, I'm telling you the facts. So please push yourself as much as you can. Okay. All right. Next, in this particular relationship, what is the dimensional formula for omega t plus phi naught? Okay. So what do you do in this case? Whatever is inside the sine term, no matter what it is, this is always going to be a dimensionless number. This is always going to be dimensionless, but it will always have the unit of radian. Unit is there of radian. Dimension will be not there. So dimensionless means every power will be 0. So I think it is option D. Yes, it is option D, guys. Unit, if it was us, don't put degrees. Yes, please don't put degrees. Put it as radian. Okay, by chance, sometimes they might ask unit, then that is radian. Okay, perfect. Next one. Remember, that is the only auxiliary unit which is not having dimension but has a unit. Okay, other things like mass, length, etc., they all have units also and dimensions. Moment of inertia of a cube of mass m side A about the one of the edges is equal to. Okay, so what we can do about the edges, right? All right, so we just know one thing. If you have a plate like this and the axis is this particular axis, then the moment of inertia about the center is nothing but m by 12 side square plus side square. So that will make it ma square. 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 by 12 is basically 6. Ma square by 6 is the moment of inertia. Now, how about finding the moment of inertia about this particular axis? I'll tell you why we are doing it in a bit. Let's say I call it IP. So that particular IP will be nothing but this IC plus you're shifting it by some amount. How much is that distance? Well, it is nothing but the diagonal length divided by 2, because the whole diagonal will be this much. It is exactly half of that. Diagonal will be root 2 times of A. So technically it is A by root 2. Okay, so it will be nothing but plus m into the shift square, which is A by root 2 square. So IC is nothing but ma square by 6 plus this is ma square by 2. Okay, so IP will be nothing but ma square is there, 6 is common, so it will become 1 plus 3, I believe. So that will become ma square multiplied by 4 by 6, which is 2 by 3 ma square is the moment of inertia about parallel axis. The reason why I did it is because, see guys, okay, we took that plate and I gave you this particular axis, isn't it? Now what happens if I extend that plate and make it into a cube? The moment of inertia will still be the same. If I extend it, the moment of inertia formula will not change, just like for a ring and for a disc, a ring and hollow cylinder, it is the same. Disc and solid cylinder, it is the same. So for a plate and a cube or a cuboid, it will be the same. So it should be 2 by 3 formula. Option A is the right answer. Now this has to click, that, oh, I can stretch it and I can use parallel axis theorem at the right time. If it doesn't, then obviously you will take a lot of time. Is that right, everyone? Okay, great. Great, great. Yes, Vaishu, this is your free mock test only, my dear. Saket, JEE result is not out. Don't waste your time. See, smart ones are not even asking such questions. The smart ones are preparing for the other exams. All random channels are wasting time saying, when will the result come? When will the result not come? What to do? How are you scared? Guys, what is all this? Prepare no for other exams. All other exams are there. UGEE is there, KCT is there, Comet K is there, MHTCT is there, WBJ is there, CUET is there, JEE Advance is there, BITSAT is there. So many things are there. Prepare for that. What is this? I will see when is the result coming. I'm refreshing. Stop all this nonsense. Please concentrate. When the result comes, I will come and tell you. That's why we have not made all those bakwas videos saying when is the result going to come out. Okay. Coming to the next question on your screen. Potential of a large liquid drop. When the 8 liquid drops are combined is 20 volts. Then the potential of each single drop is how much? Come on. Okay. So how do we do this? Okay, so how do we do this? Think about it. So the drops are combining and you are getting basically 20 volts, then the potential of each single drop. See guys, if there are small spheres, each of radius r and charge q, and there are 8 such things, and they are giving you a big sphere of radius r, uh, what will be the charge on it? Obviously, the charge on it will be 8 times of q. What about the radius? Volume will be conserved. So 4 by 3 pi r cube multiplied by 8 will be 4 by 3 pi capital R cube. Okay, so 4 by 3 pi cancels. So R cube multiplied by 2 cube is basically R cube. So capital R is 2 times of R. Great. Now coming to the main part, the potential of the combined sphere is basically how much? 20 volts. So the potential is given by K multiplied by the charge is 8Q divided by the radius is basically 2R. I just got it from here. So this is basically your 20 volts. This is basically your 20 volts. So K into 8 by 2 is 4. So KQ by R multiplied by 4. So 20 by 4 is KQ by R, which is basically 5 is KQ by R. What is this KQ by R? Potential of the smaller sphere. Potential of the smaller sphere. So 5 volts should be the answer. Yes, perfect. That is the correct answer. Very good. Yes, some of you are not able to see something. Please refresh. Let me type it over here. 1 second, guys. My God. Refresh. My God. One second. Let me put. Okay, I have put that message onto the chats. So just in case you are not able to see me. Moving on to the next question, my dear students, on your screen. A body is initially at rest and at some height above the surface of the earth, falls freely, then the velocity on reaching the surface. Okay, the height is very high, so you cannot use root 2 GH formula because acceleration will not be a constant. So this is basically R and this is also R, and you are dropping this particular mass over here. So by the time it reaches the surface, it has some speed. So I can say initial kinetic energy plus potential energy is final kinetic energy plus final potential energy. Initially, it had no kinetic energy. Potential energy was minus gmm by the total distance is basically 2r. Finally, when it hits over here, it has half m v square. Potential energy will be minus gmm. When it is here, the distance is only r. So by r, bring this guy over here. So gmm divided by r minus gmm divided by 2r is equal to half mv square. So 1 minus half is half. So it will become gmm divided by 2r is equal to half mv square. M by 2 cancels. So gm by r is equal to v square. So therefore, v is equal to v. Oh, by the way, I can also do one thing. Gm is gr square. That is a standard formula. Gm is basically gr square. So that will just become gr. So therefore, v is nothing but root of gr. If you are wondering how I did this particular part, how did I replace it like this? Answer is G is equal to Gm by R square. So capital Gm is small g R square. So that's how I'm replacing it. So V is root gr, which is B option. Is that right? So that is the speed you will have to maintain, guys. Obviously, I'm explaining. I might take a little bit more time because I have to explain all of you and write all these things. In the exam, make sure that you are doing it as fast as I'm thinking and doing it. Okay. Also, Arun Kumar, no, it is not root 2 gr, it is root gr. You guys made a mistake. Acceleration due to gravity is not constant. Remember, kinematic equations are not valid, as g will not be constant throughout the motion. Height is very large. This is much larger than, this is comparable to the radius. So you cannot use root 2 gr. Got it? Many students made a mistake there. Okay, next question. What is the acceleration due to gravity at depth d, where g is the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth? Okay, direct question is asked on the formula. Come on, my dear students. What do you see? What do you do? What do you do about this particular question? Come on, my dear students. Yes, gravity at depth d. The formula, I think looking at it only you will be able to guess. I don't think it is this, it is this. Yes, D should be the answer. Yes, it is. In fact, see guys, gravity at depth D was having this formula G1 minus D by R, which you can also write it as Gm into small r divided by R cube, and gravity at height h had the formula Gm divided by R plus h whole square, which approximately became G1 minus 2h by R for very small heights. So this is an approximate formula. This is exact formula. So that 2 is there in height, and in D for depth only one single D is there, no 2 times. Okay, so D option directly. I hope you have spammed the answer correctly. Okay. Yes, the mains exam is slightly easier. The SUPR exam, expect it to be little bit better. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next question, guys. Electric field at a point 30 during due to the charge blah 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 is how much? Okay, so first of all, these coordinates can easily give me the distance from the origin, which is 30 square plus 30 square plus 0 square. So 30 is common and it will be root 2. And at a point 30, 0. So think about it, guys. If this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis, this is your z-axis, x, z, and y. 30, 0 will be somewhere over here. This distance I know is basically 30 root 2. So that will give an electric field in this direction. This will be 45 degrees because both the coordinates are equal. How much will that field be equal to? Coulomb constant Q divided by R square. So Coulomb constant 9 into 10 to the power 9. Charge is how much? 8 into 1, 2, 3. 10 to the power minus 3 micro. So 10 to the power minus 6 Coulomb divided by R. R is how much? 30, I think it is meters only. Sorry, R in centimeters. So if this is in centimeters, so this is 0.3. This is centimeters. So this is 0.3 root 2 meters. So this will be 0.3 square multiplied by root 2 square. That is what it will be. So 9 and 3 square will cancel. So 10 to the power 9 will be remaining. 8 will be remaining. This will become 10 to the power minus 9. And this is 0.1 square, which is 10 to the power minus 2. Root 2 square is basically 2. So 9 and minus 9 cancel, 8 and 2 cancel. So 4 into 10 to the power 2. So that is what it will be, 400. 400 is what I'm getting. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Minus 3. Okay. Microcoulomb. Yes. Perfect. 0.3. Yes. This is also good. Okay. 10 to the power 9. 10 to the power minus 9. Yes. Okay. So this is nothing but 400 Newton per Coulomb. Just check this out. I hope you have not missed any part. Is that right? Till this point, everybody clear? Now, that is not the answer actually, because we have to split it into components. I can see I cap and J cap. So when you split it into two components, each component will be 400, and what you need to do, cos 45, which will be nothing but 400 by root 2, which I can write it as 2 multiplied by 200 by root 2, which is 200 root 2. Yes, so x component is 200 root 2. Y component will also be 200 root 2. So 200 root 2. So electric field will definitely then be 200 root 2 I cap and also 200 root 2 j cap, which is basically option C. Is that right? So you have to split it up. 400 was the net field vector. Split it up. That's all. So one extra step is there over there because of the component. Okay. All right. Yes. Sir, but second formula, height is lesser than the radius in the last question. Who said height is lesser than the radius? Here. This. Here. This particular formula you can use. Where is it? Where is this? This formula you can use when the height is much, much smaller than the radius. This one, number one. Number two, over here, this is the height. This itself is the height. It is equal to the radius. So how can you use approximate formula? Number one. Number two, how is acceleration constant? Acceleration is not constant. It will change. It will be less, more, 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 more. You can't use kinematic equations. So the answer is height is comparable. So you cannot use kinematics. You have to go with energy equation. No other option, guys. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next question on your screen now. I hope this is clear. Okay, Pakka. Okay, IIT, depending on your feedback, guys, you leave a comment. I will definitely consider it, and other people should also like it and comment more that, sir, I'm preparing for IIT. IIT, not IIT. Okay, 4 charges are placed at the 4 corners of the square, and there is a charge at the center. If the system is in equilibrium, then the value of negative Q is okay. So this is going to be again little lengthy, but that's okay. That's how the questions are. See, guys. 4 charges, capital Q, capital Q, capital Q, and capital Q. Okay, and there is another charge over here which is basically minus Q. They are placed, and the system is in equilibrium. This can only happen in one scenario. Take any charge. Let's say, for example, this charge. This and this will attract each other. So there will be an attractive force. Let's say I call it as F1. These two together will give you a repulsive force. These two will give repulsive. These two will give you a repulsive. And this will also give you a repulsive. The net force of all of them will be this way, should be balanced by these two forces. That's all. Now, if you ask me how much is the repulsion between them, it is nothing but kq square divided by side length square. This is also kq square by side length square. This force between this charge and this charge, diagonally opposite, what is the distance like? Well, the distance we already know, it is the diagonal length. Diagonal length is root 2 times a. So the force will be nothing but kq square by root 2a square. Now I'll tell you what, these three forces together will become a net force of this force, which is kq square by root 2a whole square, plus this and this together. What is the resultant? It will be root 2 times. If this is 1, this is 1, this will be root 2 times. So plus root 2 times any one of the force. So kq square by a square. Is this understood? These three people, resultant will be, this is just as it is. These two people's resultant will be in the same direction as this guy, and it will be root 2 times any one of the force, because both the forces are perpendicular and equal. Okay, so k, I can see q square by a square is common, and 1 by 2 is there, and plus root 2 is there. So this is your net force, and this net force should be obviously balanced by F1. And what is this F1 going to be? The attractive force. So k q divided by, what is this distance? It is diagonals half. So root 2 by a by 2 whole square. Okay, so this is just equal to k capital Q small q. Root 2 by 2 is 1 by root 2. So a square, and 1 by root 2 square will make it 2 over here. Okay, so this should be equal to this whole thing. This should be equal to this whole thing, which is kq square by a square. 1 by 2 plus root 2. A lot of things will get cancelled, like k and k, q and q, a square and a square, and that's it. So you will get this. So you had been asked what is the value of Q. So bring this down. Yeah, so it will become Q by 4 something. Yeah, Q by 4 something. Just check this out. Q by 4, and I think, yeah, that is the correct answer. So what you get over here is the magnitude. So you can check the direction automatically then. Yeah. Is that right? Everyone. UGEE mock test. What is this, Vaishu? This is UGEE mock test only. What else this is? This is the first paper. Why are you asking UGEE mock test? This is exactly UGEE mock test only. Okay. So moving on to the next question on your screen. Here it is. Find the average value of the current shown graphically from 0 to 3 seconds. I think what they mean is 2 seconds. I think the printing mistake is there. Anyways, we'll do it. So find the value of the average current, and the current is keeping on increasing and decreasing. So what do? First find the see the total current, the total average current. The total average current will be the total charge which flows upon the total time. Now this time interval is basically 2 seconds. How do I find the charge in it? Now the best way is to find the area of it. The area under current versus time gives you how much charge is going. So that area is half multiplied by the base multiplied by the height, which is basically just 10. So just put 10 over here. So that will just become 5. So 5 amperes is the answer. Yes, perfect. That is the correct answer. Cool, guys. Perfect. Shall we go? Okay, perfecto. Very good. Keep on smashing that like button, guys. Shower your love. Only then we'll understand you are interested to learn from us for more tests, such test series. You want us to conduct all these things, you have to spam it. All the Telugu Garus, please make sure if you want EAPC at, please put it up in the comments after the video is over. Okay. Great. Moving on to the next question. Conducting wire is stretched by applying a deforming force so that diameter decreases to 0.4% of the original value. The percentage change in its resistance will be. The percentage change in its resistance will be. Okay. Conducting wire, if you stretch it and the diameter is decreasing, then the resistance, how much will it change? See, resistance is rho L by A. So it is rho L. Area is nothing but I can have to do one thing though. Length will be changing because volume is constant. So volume is area multiplied by length. That means length will be volume by area. So I have an idea. Instead of length, I will put volume divided by area, and that this area is anyways going to be there. So it will be rho V divided by A square. But wait a minute. Area is nothing but pi into diameter square divided by 4. That's square because area is also squared. So 4 square is 16. So 16 rho V divided by pi square d raised to 4. That is your resistance. As you can see, resistance is directly proportional to d raised to 4. So therefore, delta R by R is minus force mod delta diameter by diameter. Now, if we are expressing this in percentage, you better express this in percentage. So 4 into percentage error is 0.4. Yeah. So 4 4 is 16. So 1.6%. 1.6 is C option. Yep. That is the correct answer. So the catch was many people forget that length will also change because you are applying a deforming force. So volume will remain constant, but the length and area will accordingly change. The important chapters of physics, Vaishu, I have given it in the beginning only, just before the class started. Just scroll behind in the YouTube, you will get it. Next one, coming up on your screen. A shunt is connected in parallel to the galvanometer. Why? Why exactly do you connect a shunt in the galvanometer? Come on. Yes, what do you want to do? The shunt is acting like a bypass. Yes. So to prevent the galvanometer from strong current, yes, it is like a bypass over there. To convert galvanometer into ammeter, perfect. To increase the range of the ammeter. Yes, all of them are correct. Usually when all of the above is coming, usually you will see that it will usually be correct. Yes, correct. Very good. Shall we go ahead? Yeah, just like Anna, proportional to L square. If length was stretched, then it was proportional to L square. But if area is given, then it is inversely proportional to A square. Correct. Moving on to the next one. The separation between two parallel plates of a capacitor is 1 millimeter. Potential generated is such that the field is this much, what is the electric potential? I think this is just like, if there is electric field, then the potential difference per unit length is going to give me the electric field magnitude wise. So delta V is nothing but electric field multiplied by distance. So electric field is 2000 and distance is 1 millimeter, which is 10 to the power minus 3. So this will be nothing but 2 volts. That's it. So just check it out, 2 volts, which is option A. Yes, it is 2 volts. Perfect. E is dV by dr with a negative sign, but here we don't need the negative sign. We're just interested in the magnitude. Moving on to the next one. If you have a charge which is moving in a field and loses 16% of the energy, radius of curvature of the path changes by how much? Okay, let's think. Charge particle moving in a uniform magnetic field, R is equal to mv by charge into B. mv is nothing but momentum, and momentum is nothing but root of 2 times m times kinetic energy divided by qb. So as I can see, radius is proportional to k raised to half. Okay, so therefore relative error in the radius is nothing but half times relative error in the kinetic energy. Okay, so if I express this in percent, this is also in percent. So kinetic energy changes by how much percent? 16%. So 16 by 2 is 8%. So radius of the curvature changes by roughly 8%. That is the answer. I'll tell you what, there is a catch in this, actually speaking. This formula is only applicable if the relative percentages are small, typically like 5 to 10%. But this percentage is little bit large. So whatever answer we got will not be exactly correct. There is some error in that also. You have to do it properly then. So the funny part is the question says approximately. So that's why 8%. Otherwise, maybe after actually solving, it might come out to be 8.5 or 7.8 or 7.6, whatever. So the closest option is A. Got it? So such type of questions, they might fool you into thinking, oh, I can't use the formula. But the approximate formula gives you the nearby value. So mark the nearby value and then solve the question. Okay? Yes, the JEE result will come, man. Don't worry. Concentrate on the class now. Shall we go ahead? Next question. Two particles A and B of masses Ma and Nb are having same charge and moving on the same plane. A uniform magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane. The speeds of the particle are V and Vb respectively, and the trajectories are as shown as over here. Question is, compare their momentums, I believe. Oh, I think I know this. R is equal to mv by qb. So the radius is proportional to the product of mass into velocity. As you can see very clearly over here, this is small and this is obviously big. So A will have larger product, MAVA will be more. So option B is the right answer. So A has more radius, more M into V, and B has small radius, so small M into V. Is that right? Okay, great. Obviously, this is not just enough. Please give this particular thing UGEE. Just go to the UGEE website, guys. Just go to the UGEE website. I hope you have seen it. If you have not seen it, please go there. Obviously, you have applied for it. See, there are some sample questions here and here. That is not much. It is very laddu questions. I mean, like, they should have given at least some 40-50 questions. No, they have given what, 15 questions. They did one favor on us. Okay, so they have done a lot of favor by giving 15 questions. And okay, mock test is there, at least that is there. So go over here, click on sign in and give that particular mock test for sure. Okay, so this is very, very important. Yeah, so give this particular mock test, guys. Okay, man, I will accept the terms and conditions. Okay, so just give this. Cool. I hope you understood where it is. Yeah, so this is a very important mock test which you need to give. Cool. So moving on, guys, to the next question. How many of you have already given these mock tests? Let me see. How many of you have already given these mock tests? Let me know. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. Galactic, not just my video, but also give some mock tests and these mock questions, my dear. And last year's videos are also there for SUPR and REAP. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Okay. Magnetic moment of a bar magnet is 2m. The work done to turn the magnet by 90 degree of the magnet in the direction of the field is B by 2. In the field, B by 2 will be how much? Okay, by 90 degree. Okay. So basically earlier it was like this, then we have turned it like that. Initial energy will be minus mb cos 0. Final energy will be minus mb cos 90. So we have to find what is the work done. Work done will be delta U, which is final minus initial. Final is 0 minus initial. Initial is minus MB. So I think it will be just MB. Just MB is D option. Very simple question. Yes. At least if it was 180, then the answer would have been 2 times of MB. For 90 degrees, usually the answer is like MB. Okay. Sir, will the questions of the sample paper and mock tests, will they exactly come? No, they will not exactly come, but the level will be the same. Yeah, expect the similar kind of level. Okay, next question. The current of 10 ampere is imposed on another current which is oscillating. The effective value of the resulting current will be how much? Okay, the effective value of the resulting current. So for such questions, think like this. If direct current of 10 amperes goes through a resistor, some amount of heat will be developed. How much heat will be developed? I square multiplied by R. I square multiplied by R. Now just imagine another resistance, okay, over here, and sorry, in that same resistance, my bad, another current of 10 by root 2, because this is your RMS current. If it goes, it will produce some kind of heat. It will produce some kind of heat, and that will be nothing but 10 by root 2 whole square into R. Now, this heat and this heat, both of them are being developed together in the same resistance. So just imagine, guys, now the total heat which is developed in the resistance, the total heat which is developed in the resistance is exactly the sum of this. That means 10 square R plus 10 by root 2 square R. Then how much current will be going over here? So that current will be I assume it. So I squared into R will be the total heat. So this is basically your total heat. So this is the simple way of doing it, else you will be wasting your time by integration. The idea of RMS current is only that it is that equivalent current which produces the same heat in the same resistance within the same time for the same voltage, etc. So 10 ampere current goes, this much heat is developed. This oscillating current goes, AC current goes, you take the RMS current, which is maximum by root 2. So heat developed will be 10 by root 2 square, I squared R. So if both of them are superimposed, that means both the heats are developed together in that same resistance, how much current will be going? I squared R. I want to find I. R cancels. So this will be 100 plus 100 by 2 is equal to I square. So I square will be 150, which is 25 multiplied by 6. So I will be root of 25 is 5, root of 6 is root 6. So 5 root 6 is the answer. Did you understand this method? Everyone got it? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Yeah. Give me a thumbs up quickly. All righty, guys. Perfect. Moving on to the next question on your screen. A point charge is placed at some distance from a conducting plane. The field at a point P on the other side of the plane is very simple. Come on. So you have a point charge over here. It is placed at a distance d from a isolated conducting plane. Okay. The field at a point P on the other side. The field at a point P on the other side of the plane is. Come on, guys. So what happens? This charge will create an electric field. It will induce negative charges over here. So what happens is it creates a lot of negative charges over here. So the electric field will go like this. Electric field will go like this, and it will create an equal amount of positive charge on the other side. So those electric field lines will come out like this. Electric field lines will come out like this. So directed perpendicular and away from the plane. I think it is option A. Yes, perfect. So this is induced charges which will be creating curved field lines, but on the other side, the field distribution, the charge distribution will be uniform only. It will not be affected. Yeah, correct. All right. Both questions of sample and mock test are the same. What to do? I'm telling you, you should be grateful that they made the paper. Yeah, at least that much you should be grateful, guys. Okay. So next, electric potential is given by this. The electric field will be how much? Okay, this is just taking partial derivatives, guys. So the electric field as x's component will be derivative of the voltage with respect to x with a negative sign. So when you take the derivative, just be careful. So y is a constant. Just take the derivative of x cube and minus will be there, and minus minus will become plus, minus minus will again become plus, z will be there, derivative of x square with respect to x will be there. So this will become 3x square y plus 2xz. Okay, so this is your x component, 3x square y and 2xz. I can see only in one option, guys. That's it. Don't even look at other options, just mark it. I mean, even if you had to solve for other options, what will you do? Y will be minus the derivative of the voltage with respect to y. Here, except y, everything is a constant. So minus x cube is a constant. So derivative of y with respect to y, minus minus is plus. There, nothing is there. So plus x square z, derivative of the number 1 with respect to y, which is basically a 0. So this will just become x cube. So this will just become x cube. So Ey is nothing but x cube. Yes, it is x. Same thing you can do it for the z component also. You try it out, minus the derivative with respect to z. So in this case, first term has constant, so it is 0, and minus minus is plus. So x square into derivative of z with respect to z. So that is x square. So that is this particular part. So take partial derivatives to get each component. When you take partial derivatives, the derivative with respect to which you take it, only that is a variable. So for example, y, rest everything else like x, z are all going to be constant. Yeah. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next question on your screen. A capacitor of 4 microfarad is connected as shown in the circuit. The internal resistance of the battery is 0.5 ohms. The amount of the charge on the capacitor plates will be, okay, the amount of charge on the capacitor plates will be, capacitor of this much is connected as shown, internal resistance of the battery, amount of charge. Okay, first thing, this capacitor will not even allow any current to flow because it will block the current, so current will not flow. So the voltage drop across this is 0 volt. So whatever voltage will be dropped over here, let's say I call it V1, the same voltage will be dropped across these two ends, which will be also dropped across this 2 ohms resistance, and that V1 I can find it if I somehow know the current value. If I know this current and I multiply it by the resistance, somehow I will be able to get it. So whatever is the current, if I multiply it by the resistance, I'll get voltage, and this charge will be capacitance into voltage. So capacitance is 4 micro and the voltage I do not know. Oh, so how to find the voltage? That is the main part. So the current will go like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this. That's it. So that is the current, how it is going to flow. So the current will be voltage by resistance. Voltage is 2.5, resistance is 2, but I think there is some internal resistance also. So 0.5. So it is basically 1 ampere. Oh, perfect. So 1 ampere is the current. So 1 into 2 is basically 2 volts. 2 volts is there. So put that over here. So this will become 8 microcoulomb. 8 microcoulomb is D option. Yep, perfect. D option. Okay, this is a very good question, guys. This kind of questions have also been asked in JEE many times. Very good. Ahilan. All righty. All righty. Shall we go ahead to the next one? Okay, great. Let's go, guys. Two wires of same length are reshaped into a square and circle. If they carry same current, the ratio of the magnetic moment is. Okay, answer key has come out. Fine, fine, fine. Let's have a look if people are saying so much. JEE mains. Let's go. JEE mains. Final key. Oh my God. And what are they done? Have they given any dropped questions? We'll have to search for it. Have they changed any answer key? I'll have to look into it because some keys they had to change it and some things questions had to be dropped. I need to do that analysis. I don't see any question dropped till now, or maybe I have to find it. Not seeing any question dropped. Is there at least one question dropped, guys? Because I'm scrolling little bit fast. Okay, I'll see it later, guys. But yeah, the answer key is out. Anyways, coming back, I'll make a video on it. Don't worry. Two wires of the same length are shaped into a square and circle. If they carry the same current, the ratio of the magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is number of turns into current into area. Turns and current are same, so it is directly proportional to area. So magnetic moment of the square and the circle is two wires of the same length. Be careful, guys. There is a catch here. So this is for a square. For a square, it is just the side length square. Circle, it is pi r square. So the length of the wires is same. So if it was a square, the total length will be 4 times of the side length. But for a circle, it will be 2 pi r. So basically, A divided by R will be 2 pi by 4, which is basically pi by 2. So I can just put, instead of A by R, I can just put pi by 2, and this is square. And this 1 by pi will remain. So A by R, I have put it as pi by 2. So that's it. This will become pi square by 2 pi, which is basically pi by 2. So pi by 2 is the answer, guys. Just check this out. Yo, what is this? Pi by 4, huh? Have you missed something? A square. If they are same length, the ratio of the magnetic moment is, come on guys, let's see. Anything that we missed out? Just check it out. Oh, sorry. Yeah, see, I made a mistake here. This was supposed to be 4, right? 2 square was 4. So 4 pi. So yes, pi by 4. My bad. So these are the kind of silly mistakes we should avoid. Yep, pi by 4 is the correct answer. Yep, correct. Okay. Come on, let's go guys to the next question on your screen. Okay, here it is. The susceptibility of magnesium is this much. At what temperature will the susceptibility be equal to 1 point blah blah blah? Okay, so basically paramagnetic. This is nothing but paramagnetic material. So susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. So susceptibility T1 by susceptibility 2 will be T2 by T1. First time the susceptibility is 1.2 10 to the power minus 5, and this next time it is 1.44 into 10 to the power minus 5. The new temperature I do not know. First temperature is 300. Oh my god, minus 5 cancels. So this will be 12 divided by, okay, 14.4 is equal to T2 divided by 300. Okay, so T2 will be 300 multiplied by 12 by 144, but then I'll divide it by 10 deliberately. 12 goes with 144 12 times, so 300 and this 0, the whole thing divided by 12. Just check this out. Is that right? 3000. So one more 0 will come, and that's how I get it. So is this divisible somehow? 250. Yes, 250 Kelvin. Just check this out. 250 Kelvin, option C. Yes, correct. Perfect. Awesome. I was able to do nearly 60% of the questions from now. What should I do? If you're able to do 60% of the questions, first of all, see why you're not able to do the remaining 40% is to, like, because of lack of knowledge, then that's something which is difficult to change at this point of time. But if it is because of some misconcept or misunderstanding, either reading it wrong or some silly mistake, calculation mistake, or maybe just had to brush up, yeah, 90% of the theory. So just do it off right now. Okay, that's what I would say. And I have already given the list of the major topics which are asked for SUPR and all these things. So please go through that. Okay, moving on to the next one. But I would still suggest give a lot of mock tests, whichever you can, whichever is available. Just give those mock tests and try to aim for 100 questions. Sorry, not 100 questions, 100 marks at least. And in that process, don't make many negative mistakes. But yeah, if if in the exam hall you realize that nothing is working out, I mean, you are sure that, okay, you are not crossing 90 marks, then you can take a chance. But if you know that you are crossing 90, do not make guesses, random guesses. If you know that in the exam, yes, I will do well, you get a feeling usually by the middle of the exam, then only make that guess, or else you don't make it. Flux associated with the coil changes from blah 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 with in 1/10 of a second. The charge in the coil is how much if the resistance is this much. Okay. Current is EMF induced by resistance. Current is charge by time. EMF is how much ever is the flux change divided by the time. Time cancels. So charge is delta phi by R. So now it's just a matter of substituting things. The flux changes from 2 to 4. So final minus initial, and resistance is 100. So it is 2 by 100, which is 1 by 50 coulomb. So I think it is in millicoulomb. So put 1000 by 50 millicoulomb. So that is going to be 20 millicoulomb. That's it. So, oops, something went wrong. Just see. Yeah. Then the charge produced by the coil if the resistance changes from. Oh, there is a catch. See. What mistake we made. I'll tell you what. There is a very interesting word over here. Summa, we got overconfident. Opposite direction. Which means what, you know? The field was earlier going like this, then it went like this. So if the final flux is 4, the initial flux is not 2, it is minus 2. Be careful. So technically it is 6 by 100 coulomb. Got it? It is basically 6 by 100 coulomb. Yeah, many silly mistakes can happen otherwise. Yeah, now 6 by 100 is 6 by 100 into 1000 millicoulomb. So that will be 60 millicoulomb. Beautiful question. Small word can play a big difference. So that's what I'm saying. So such things can happen in the examination. Moving on. Work done on an electron moving in a solenoid along the axis. Along the axis, the magnetic field is parallel and the velocity cross magnetic field will be 0. So the force will be 0. So nothing will happen. Yeah, 0. The answer is 0. Yep. Very good. Yes, Leto, the flux was opposite. Correct. Very good. Shall we go ahead to the next question, guys? Coming up on your screen. Okay, here it is. Last few questions might be there. In the vacuum, after this, Namrata ma'am will discuss maths. In the vacuum, to travel d, light takes t, and in the medium, it takes 5d. It takes time t capital, the critical angle. Oh my god. So just tell me that the speeds are given. So the speed in vacuum is distance by that time. Speed in that medium is 5d by the total time. Now we all know what refractive index is. Speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in the medium. So vacuum is d by t, and this is basically 5d by capital T. dd cancels, t goes on the top, and small t comes below. So d by phi t is the refractive index, but that's not the question. The question is the critical angle. Sine of the critical angle is 1 by mu. So the reciprocal of that, which will be 5 small t by capital T, is sine of IC. So the critical angle, guys, yes, just take the sine inverse of it. What are you going to do? Just take the sine inverse of it, which is just over here. Option B. Very good. Okay, so it was just finding the speed by distance by time is speed, and after that you just have to find the refractive index, and that's about it. Okay, moving on to the next question. Young's double slit experiment is in a medium, maximum intensity is I naught. The intensity at a point on the screen where the path difference between the light coming out of from the slits is lambda by 4. Okay, first of all, see guys, the refractive index is given. Refractive index is given. That means you have to be little bit careful. If the path difference is given to be lambda by 4, that lambda would have changed. So you use the new lambda, which will be 1.33 times less actually. 1.33 is basically 4 by 3. So basically it is 3 lambda by 4. Is that right? 3 lambda by 4. Yeah, that's what the actual path difference would be. Okay. Now the maximum intensity is I naught. So what will be the intensity over there? So first find the phase difference now. Phase difference is 2 pi by lambda into delta x, which is, sorry, 4 into 4 over here, my bad, 16. So 3 lambda by 4 multiplied by 4. Lambda, lambda cancels. 2 and 4 also cancels. So it will become 3 pi by 8. So it is just becoming 3 pi by 8. That is the phase difference, guys. 3 pi by 8. Okay. Now, what do you do next? What do you do next? Come on. Yep. Yes. What do you do next? There is a formula. Is there a formula for finding the intensity? Is there a formula for finding the intensity at any given location? Yes. It is I plus 2 root I1 I2 into cos of phase difference, which is 3 pi by 8. Okay. So I is common and even 2 is common. So I can, or if you want, I'll do it step by step. 1 plus 1 plus 2 cos of 3 pi by 8. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 is common, so 2i and 1 plus cos 3 pi by 8, guys. So 1 plus cos of something, guys. So 1 plus cos 2 theta is nothing but cos 2 theta is nothing but cos square theta. Yes, 2 cos square theta. Is that right? 2 cos square theta minus, sorry, uh, we have cos 2 theta, which is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. Yeah, that 1 goes over there. Perfect. So 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 times cos square theta. So I think I can use that concept here. So this is double angle, you will think, and you will take the half of it. Yep. Yes. Sir, are both I equal? Then can we use 4 I naught square? Yeah, you can do that also. Nothing wrong in that. But I have a feeling that maybe, you know what? The intensity of the point of where the part difference between the light coming is lambda by 4. Okay. Okay. Uh, the part difference is lambda by 4. See, what I'm worried about is this particular thing, do we have to really change the wavelength? Because if the part difference is given to be lambda by 4, is it like the net part difference with the new wavelength or with the old wavelength? So that is my only concern, because I don't think the answer will come through this. We can still try it out. I mean, just see this. This will be 2i and this will be 2 times of cos square 3 pi by 16. This is something very weird, guys. So this is the intensity of this point. So this will become 4 times of I. 4 times of I is actually I naught. So IP will be I naught into cos square of 3 pi by 16. So I have a feeling maybe what they mean is this lambda is the final lambda after entering that medium. If that was the case, then maybe the things could be little bit different. Yeah, maybe then things could be different. Then what will happen? This 4 will not cancel. Sorry, this 4 will not come. This 3 will also not come. So many things will be there. So this would be pi by 2. And if that is pi by 2, then it will be basically uh, yeah, cos 90, which is just going to be 0. So it will be just I plus I, which will be 2i. So then it will be I naught by 2 and all of that. But I think that is what they meant, and I can see the answer is I naught by 2. So this is what the answer will be if this wavelength was the wavelength in air. If it was wavelength in air, then this is the correct answer. But if this wavelength was already given to be in the medium, which is what they have assumed, then this will be the answer. Then you will get the phase difference as 90 degrees, basically pi by 2. Okay. So I think that clarity is not there in that question. So I'll keep it as ambiguous, but I have given you both the solutions. Okay. Perfect. Moving on to the next question, guys, on your screen. REAP is going to be there tomorrow. Yep, REAP is going to be there tomorrow. The fundamental frequency of an open pipe Last few questions, guys. Last few questions. Yep, we're going to just do the last few questions now. The fundamental frequency of an open organ pipe is 600. The first overtone of this pipe has same frequency as the first overtone of a closed organ pipe. Okay, speed of sound is this much. The length of the closed pipe is of an open organ pipe. Fundamental open pipe, both sides open. So the frequency formula is NV by 2L, and it is 600. Fundamental means N is 1, V and 2 times of L1. Okay, next, then the length. Okay, the first overtone of this pipe has the same, the first overtone of this particular pipe has the same frequency as the first overtone of a closed pipe. Okay, now the first overtone, this was basically the fundamental. First overtone means second harmonic, or basically the first overtone. So 1 will be replaced by 2. So then what will happen? If you replace this by 2, the second harmonic, the frequency will be basically 1200 hertz. 1200 hertz. Is that right? So if that is the frequency in the second harmonic or the first overtone, the 1200 value will be basically 2V by 2L1. I mean, that 1 will be replaced by 2, frequency will also double. But anyways, we don't need this, just chumma telling you this. Now, once I know the frequency of the first overtone, which is over here, has the same frequency of the first overtone of a closed organ pipe. For a closed organ pipe, the formula is odd V by 4L. So this is 1200, given that there is the same frequency. Odd harmonic, first overtone will be third harmonic over here into V divided by 4 times of length. Okay, 4 times of length. Perfect. So this is what I am getting. Okay, of a closed organ pipe. If the speed of the sound is 330, then the length of the closed pipe is. Okay, so over here, put the value of speed as 330, guys. Put the value of speed as 330. From this, directly you will get the length value. Okay, I'm not really sure why they did not. I mean, they did not have to give the value of length 1. They just had to chumma give this only for this particular information. And from this frequency, we can use it in the second closed pipe because speed was already known. We can find out the length. Just check it out if the length comes out as 21 centimeters approximately. Okay. All right. Shall we go ahead to the next question, my dear students? Perfect. Moving on to the next question. The ball falling freely from some height hits the horizontal surface, coefficient restitution. Ball will hit the surface second time after how much time? Okay. First of all, if the height is given to be 4.9 meter, by the time it hits the surface, the speed will be root 2 GH, which is root of 2 into, because this value, I think G will be 9.8, height is 4.9, 2 into 4.9 is 9.8, so root of 9.8 into root of 9.8, which is basically 9.8 meters per second. Now what will happen is that this particular ball will rebound back with a lesser speed. So that speed will be E times of your original speed, whatever the speed was. So which will make it 3 by 4 times of 9.8. So now after that, what will happen? It will go up and it will again hit over here. So this time of flight will be 2 times V by G. So 2 by G, G is 9.8. This velocity, just substitute it here, 3 by 4 multiplied by 9.8. Okay, so 9.8 cancels, so this will become 3 by 2, which is 1.5 seconds. So 1.5 seconds, yes, that is the correct answer. So coefficient of restitution idea, the speed will become always E times every time you collide. Okay, if it collides more times, it will become E square, E cube, E raised to 4. These kind of questions, you would have done it many number of times, isn't it? Okay, perfect. Moving on to the, oops, sorry, I showed the answer by mistake. Electric and magnetic field associated with EM wave along the z-axis is best represented by. Electromagnetic wave is going along the z-axis. Okay, so the speed of light is along the z direction. So electric field, we know one thing, electric field cross producted with the magnetic field should give me the speed of light, unit vector. So I cross J is K. Oh, directly we get the first option only. I mean, just see this. This is basically your electric field in the I direction. And if you have the magnetic field in the J direction, I cross J gives you K cap. So directly the first option is the correct answer. If you see other options, it has K cap. This is J cross I, not correct. This also has K cap. How can K cap crossed with K cap or some anything give you K cap? Obviously, if you want K cap, you have to have IJ or JI, or else you cannot get K cap. So obviously A option is the right answer. Okay, the last questions are basically homework questions. So the answers are there on the next slide. So few questions are homework. Yep. So make sure you solve it. So this is for additional practice. Now it's time for Namrata ma'am to come. Let me just check with her.
Hello Ninja Warriors. So today's session is going to be all about UGEE session. You might have completed your physics and chemistry and now is the turn for mathematics section. So UGEE 2025 most expected questions from the world of mathematics. Without any further ado, because we have got a little late already, right? Oops. No. Wrong PDF. Let me exit. Do you want to save? No. Okay, then let me just reopen this PDF. Give me a moment. Okay, all right. Hello everyone. Am I audible? By the way, am I audible? Am I visible? Huh? Remind me the next time. Import file. Then this is the file. Okay. In the chat box, can anybody tell me whether I'm perfectly audible and visible? Yes? Okay, so this is not at all. No. This is not at all. Yes. I think, yes. Now let me write UGEE. Because of the power cut, there was a mess. Okay. Now let's start mathematics section of UGEE. SUPR. Okay. All right, let's quickly start. Before I start, confirm. Yes. Maths is tough. People are writing. Let's see about the questions. Okay, so the very first question on your screen is from the world of, okay. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Okay. Is it better? Is it better? I think it's better. It's perfect, I think. Okay. So UGEE from the world of limits. From limits chapter, we have got the very first question over here. If you see, limit extend to -1. So if you put -1 over here, what will you get? So easy question. SUPR is slightly easier than REAP section. I hope you know all of this. Okay. So yes, the very first question, right? You put x equals to -1, what do you get? Form check. X equals to -1. So we have, oops, no, I don't want. What is happening? Today something is happening. Okay, let us wait. Yes, so this is, let's just put x equals to -1. So this is going to give you 2 minus 3 plus 1 upon 1 plus 2 minus 3. So this is 0 by 0 form. How to solve 0 by 0 form? Either you can apply L'Hopital rule, that always you can do in 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity form. L'Hopital rule is applicable. And also what you can do is you can factorize numerator and denominator both. Okay, so in rational terms, right, rational expression, that is quadratic by quadratic is a rational expression, right? Quadratic by quadratic. So over here you can factorize also. So just tell me what you want to do. Let me just apply L'Hopital. Applying L'Hopital. So what do you get? 4x plus 3 upon 2x minus 2 limit x tend to minus 1. So what I have done is differentiated numerator as well as denominator individually. Now put x equals to minus 1. So minus 4 plus 3 upon, this is minus 2 minus 2. So correct answer will be minus 1 upon minus 4. So 1 by 4 option B is absolutely right, which you already giving me the answer. You all giving me the answer, right? Okay, L'Hopital. Next, what you can do is, let me just show you the another solution as well. So you just factorize numerator. So quadratic will be factorized in 2 linear factors. So these are the 2 linear factors by splitting the middle term. Same splitting the middle term in the denominator. Now can you see x plus 1, that is that factor which is making the numerator and denominator both 0 is getting cancelled out. Now you put x equals to minus 1. So again you are going to get 1 by 4 as the correct answer. Okay. All right. Next question. Next question. All right. Number of intersecting points of conics. Conic number 1, conic number 2. Okay. These are the two conics. Conic number 1 and conic number 2. Correct. Now let us just do one thing. Now how to find point of intersection of two curves? Tell me in the chat box. Okay. How to find intersection points? By solving those two curves together. So let's do it. Let's solve it. So 4x square from here. So what you can do is, this is first equation, this is second equation. Now subtract both the equations. So 4x square minus 4x square is 0. 9y square minus y square is 8y square, and this is 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So y square is coming out as negative. That means there will be no real solution. Okay, so y square is negative means we will not get any real point of intersection. Number of a point of intersection will be option D, 0. Okay. All right. Yes. See, you are saying difficult question, explain. I am just explaining whatever is there in your syllabus. Okay. All right. What are the questions? UGEE level questions we are solving. Okay. There will be difficult questions, there will be easy questions. Now, UGEE SUPR is slightly easy. Now, tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the morning, we will do REAP section. That is going to be slightly difficult than SUPR. Okay? Alright, yes. Consider a set of 7 numbers. If the largest number in the set is doubled, okay, which of the following measures will change? Number 1, mean. Will mean change? Obviously. How to calculate mean? By adding all the numbers together, 7 numbers together, x1 plus x2 plus x3 and all the way up to x7 upon 7. Now if x7, see largest number, let us see x7. If you are changing the value of x7, obviously the overall mean will get impacted. So mean will definitely change. Okay. But what about median? How to calculate median? So in median, what do? We arrange our number of observation in increasing order. So if you arrange all the observation in increasing order, the largest number will appear in the very end. Now what is the mean? Tell me. What is the mean? Sorry, what is the median? Median is nothing but value which is coming in the middle. That's it. Value which is coming in the middle. Now just tell me, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you tell me, this is an arranging increasing order. Now 3 will be the median because 3 is the middle element. Now what I do is, the largest number, if I just change this 5 as 10, can you see again the middle number will not change now. Middle number will still be 3. If you change 3, then it's a problem. If you change the middle number. But the largest number, the position is also same. If you make it 10, 20, 30 or even 100 or even 1 crore, median is not going to change. So median is not going to change. And mode. Now mode is something, highest frequency number. Highest frequency number. Okay, so if you arrange the numbers in increasing order, highest frequency number will also not change. So mean only will get affected, option A. Mean only will get affected. Everybody? Yes? Okay. Final answer key out, you are saying? Okay, that's great. That's absolutely good. But here we are stuck in UGEE. Okay. All right. Tommy facts. Okay, cool. I'll look into this once I'm done with this session, okay? Given the equation x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equals to 100. Okay, so 4 numbers are in 100. This is beggar's method. Okay, now x1, x2, x3 are different positive integers where x1 is greater than or equals to 2. So what we need to do is, I need to assign x1 as 2. So if I put x1, I need to give. See, these are the 4 beggars. Beggar 1, beggar 2, beggar 3, beggar 4. 4 beggars, and I need to distribute 100 coins to 4 beggars, wherein first beggar is saying that, okay, I want at least 2 rupees. Beggar 2 is saying I need at least 1 rupee coin. Beggar 3, beggar 4, 1 rupee coin bare minimum. So I am just giving plus 2, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Basically, I am just giving the minimum, bare minimum. They are looking for the bare minimum thing. Beggar 1 is saying, I won't settle down. Indian beggars are like this only today, in today's generation, in today's era, I would say, not generation. Yes, so 100, so 98 coins. So I will give 2 coins to beggar number 1, 3 coins to beggar 2, beggar 3, beggar 4 respectively. So now I am left with 95 coins. So now we have beggar 1 plus beggar 2 plus beggar 3 plus beggar 4, and you have 95 coins. Now I have to distribute 95 coins to 4 beggars in such a way that they can either get all the coins or none, no coin or 1 coin. Okay, so 95 plus number of beggars 4, 4 minus 1, 3, C3. This is the answer. So 98 C3 is the correct answer. Now this is actually 98 C3 option B. There is some misprint over here, but this is actually written at 98 C3 is the correct answer. Everything, everybody? How long is the stream? Okay. Isn't there factorial? Yeah, actually this is 98 C3. Now the next question on your screen is from the world of area. The area bounded by the parabolas y is equals to 3x square and x square minus y plus 4 is equal to 0 is. So let us just plot these two curves, right? So y is equals to 3x square is an upward facing parabola, just like this. And what about this? Y is equals to x square plus 4 is also an upward facing parabola which starts with y is equals to 4. So this will look like this. Now which area are you looking for? This area. Okay, so this area will be 0 to this point. Now I want this point of intersection. So y is equals to 3x square is equals to x square plus 4. 2x square is equals to 4, x square is equals to 2, x is equals to root 2. X is equals to root 2. So 0 to root 2. 0 to root 2. Okay. 0 to this is root 2. And whatever we are going to do, we are going to multiply 2, because see, we are calculating area in first quadrant, but eventually we need twice of this because of symmetricity. Okay. Upper curve. What is upper curve? Yellow one, which is x square plus 4 minus lower curve. Lower curve is minus 3x square, and this is your dx, correct? So 4 minus 2x square, so 4x minus 2x cube by 3, and this is 0 to root 2 into 2. So if you solve it, what will you get? 4 root 2 minus root 2 cube is 2 root 2, 4 root 2 by 3. 4 root 2 by 3. So now if you take 4 root 2 common, this is 8 root 2. 8 root 2 will be out, and this is 2 by 3. Right? So 16 root 2 by 3, 16 root 2 by 3 is matching with option D. Everybody getting it? I confused looking at the options. Yeah. Options will be confusing, right? But you have to solve nicely so that you can get the correct answer eventually. Okay, shall we move on to the next problem? Next problem is from the world of quadratic equations, my dear students. Consider the equation x square plus 2x minus n equals to 0, where n belongs to 5 to 100. See n, that means this n can have 5, 6, 7 and all the way up to 100. Because see, n belongs to natural number. So if I talk about 5 to 100, I'll only pick natural numbers 5, 6, 7, 8 and all the way up to 100, correct? Total number of different values of n so that the given equation has integral roots. Given equation has integral roots, okay? Alright, so given equation has integral roots. So integral roots, let us calculate the roots because this is a quadratic equation, na? So let's do one thing. Let's calculate by formula method minus b plus minus square root of b square plus 4n upon 2. Can you see clearly 2 is getting cancelled out. X will be equals to minus 1 plus minus square root 1 plus n. Okay. Now you want integral roots. Obviously denominator is 1. Okay. Integer means what? It cannot be irrational. It cannot be p by q form also. See, so can you see there is nothing in denominator, 2 has gone. So it's a win-win situation, it's a good thing for us, it's a good news for us because denominator is 1. What are integers? 2 by 1, 3 by 1, 4 by 1, these are integers. Now the only thing depends upon the square root because I want 1 plus n to become perfect square. Because see, if 1 plus n, if you put n is equals to 4, then minus 1 plus minus square root of 5, not an integer. So you need to think about all the n. So see, n can be equals to, in the very beginning, n can be 0, but 0 is not allowed and n starts with 5. So see, the very first thing is 8. Because 8 plus 1 is 9, root 9 is 3. Then after 8, it will be 15. Then it will be 24, 24 plus 1, 25. Then it will be 35 because 35 plus 1 again 36. Then it will be 36 now. After that 49, so 48, right? 48. Then we are having 63. Then we are having 81, so 80. And we are having 99. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 options for n so that I'll get integral roots. Option A is absolutely right. Okay. So this was a good question. What do you think? Huh? True words is saying maths is the hardest subject. But you know what? Maths is not as hard. I mean, see, these type of question I call them as thoughtful questions wherein you can't be solving. There is not a set formula. You have to think. You have to put the values. And hit and trial, by hit and trial you can get the values. There is no set method, okay. So this is Olympiad type questions basically. Now the next question on your screen, these some questions are easy also. Which of the following is true regarding this, fx? So they are talking about increasing, decreasing. So let me just differentiate it. 1 minus cos x. Okay, now 1 minus cos x. See, 1 minus cos x is always greater than or equals to 0, right? Yes or no? Because if you put cos x is equals to 1, f dash x will become 0. So over here, what will happen? Fx will be an increasing function, my dear students. Fx is an increasing function. Okay? Alright. So option A is, option B is absolutely right. Now the next question, yes, this is the question. Based on probability, BPT, what is BPT which is deleted from mains syllabus? Binomial, sorry, BPT nahi hai, Bernoulli's trial, sorry, both are deleted, na, I got confused. It is Bernoulli's trial. You know what is Bernoulli's trial? You must be thinking, ma'am, Bernoulli's. Like Bernoulli is in physics also and in mathematics also. Yes. And you know what? What about us? We are not able to handle 1 or 2 subjects. They are creating the subject. They are writing the theorems which we are studying since so many years. Okay. Alright. So Bernoulli's trial says that you have n trials. You have n trials for any particular event. For example, a die is rolled 4 times. So a die can be rolled. Usually they roll a die and the throw multiple coins, a coin multiple times. So n trials. So here there are 4 trials. Okay. There is something called P, which is probability of success. There is something called Q, which is probability of failure. Obviously, probability of failure and success, sum will be 1. Obviously, either he will fail or get success. Now, probability of X is equals to R success. Because see, for one particular trial, you may get a success, you may get a failure. Now, you are doing n trials. Okay, you are doing the same event n times. So, obviously, out of n times, you may get success r times and rest n minus r times, you may get failure. So, probability of r success will be NCR P raised to power r Q raised to power n minus r. This is the formula. Let me just tell you. Now, let us just apply this in this question, because see, this question is important for your UGEE examination and it is not very difficult. It's just that you have not studied the concept. I have given a brief about this concept. This is not difficult. Fair die is rolled 4 times. So, clearly n is coming out as 4. Then what is the probability? See, understand, the moment you read first statement now, you will realize, okay, the same event is getting repeated n number of times. That means Bernoulli's trial question. Remember all the concept. Then what is the probability that there are exactly 2 6s? Now, probability of success will be getting a 6. So, if you roll a dice, you will get a 6. The probability of getting a 6 will be 1 by 6 and probability of getting not a 6 will be counted as failure. So, it is 5 by 6. Now, out of 4 times you do that, exactly you want 2 6s. So, 4C2. 2 6 means 2 success. So, probability of 2 success, 4C2, 1 by 6, 2 times you are getting 6 and rest 2 times you are getting not 6. So, this is the answer. 4C2 will be 6 multiply 1 by 36 multiply 25 by 36. This is the answer. Now, this is 6 ones are 6 6 are. So, this is 25 upon 216 is the final answer, which is matching with option B. Everybody getting it? Yes, understanding it? All right. Okay. Perfecto. Now, the next question on your screen is this. Okay. Find the vector area of a triangle whose vertices are A, B and C. So, now we know the direct formula. Vector area will be half magnitude, because vector area, no. See, vector area will be C. So, vector area will be, with direction they are saying, they are not talking about magnitude, they are talking about direction. So, this is your vertex is A, this is your A, this is your B, this is your C. So, vector area will have cyclic order, half A cross B plus B cross C plus C cross A. Or, if you want to go, this is anti-clockwise. If you want to go in clockwise direction, half, then it is ABC. So, this is, you will get A cross C. See, you go from here, you will get A cross C plus C cross B plus B cross A. Are you getting my point? The cyclic order, are you understanding? There is no modulus involved. Only something is happening with my board, kya? Something is happening. I feel some glitch is happening. If I am turning, then it is happening. Anyway, A cross C, then B cross A, then C cross B, I think half. So, this is the wrong, na? Option D is matching, because I am not getting this one as an option. A cross B, B cross C, C cross A is already there. Okay. Then A cross C, vector area whose vertices. I think there is some issue, because the question is having A cross B. So, we have A cross B, right? Then B cross C we are having, and then C cross A. Okay, vector area of a triangle. C. So, option D is correct, but see, they have not given the direction now. So, this is slightly confusing. I think this question is wrong because it depends. It depends on the direction also. So I feel both are correct. Na? A cross B, B cross C, C cross A. Either this is correct or this is correct. Chalo, let's skip this question. I'll just confirm. I'll confirm in the comment section. I'll pin for this particular question. Okay, because A and D both seems to be correct. Okay, all right. Now the next question. Find the local maximum and local minimum value of fx is equals to this. F dash x is equals to 3x square minus 9x minus 24. Okay, because see, they are talking about local maxima and local minima. So f dash x becomes 0 at what value of x? Take 3 common. X square minus 3x minus 8 equals to 0. So 3 times x. Okay, now 8 is there, right? 3 8s are 24, 3 3s are 9. Okay, now we are having 8. 4 2s are 8, right? Hold on. Sorry, this is not 9x, this is 6x. If you take 3 common, this is 2, yeah. So this is x minus 4 and x plus 2 is equals to 0. So x equals to minus 2 comma 4. Now how to get whether at x equals to minus 2 we are going to get local minimum or not. So see, f double dash is going to tell you. So this is 6x minus 6. If you put x equals to minus 2 over here, so you are going to get f double dash x. F double dash minus 2. Anybody in the chat box, can anybody tell me? It is going to be negative. That means you are going to get local maxima. If double derivative is coming out as negative on that point, the point of local maxima. And f of 4, anybody? Sorry, f double dash 4. So if you put 4 over here, so this is positive. Positive means local minima. So you put x equals to 4 or x equals to minus 2, you will get local minima. F of minus 2. So yes, local maximum value is equals to f of minus 2 is equals to minus 8 minus 4 3s are 12 plus 24 plus 5. Okay. So 29 minus 20 is 9. 9 f of minus 2. Have I done correct? Hold on. Yes. So for minus 2 you are getting 48. Sorry, na? You put 24. So this is 48. 48 plus 5. 48 plus 5 will be what? So 48 minus 20 is 28. 28 plus 5 is 34. 34 is this. Option B is the only option which is having 34. Then f of 4. So this is f of minus 2 and this is f of 4. I think option B is clear cut the correct answer. Yes? Okay. Tomorrow we have a session on REAP. Don't worry. The next question. Yes, this is a very easy question. See, relation R is nothing but x comma y, where x comma y both belongs to integer. X and y both are integer and x plus y is even. Now just tell me sum of two quantities. Sum of two quantities, if at all they are even, then they will sit inside my relation. Now just tell me when exactly sum of two quantities are even. When both are even, suppose 2 plus 4, 4 plus 8, right? 10 plus 12. Sum of two even quantities is going to give you even, and sum of two odd quantities is also odd. Sorry, is also even. So sum of two even quantity is also even. Sum of two odd quantity is also even. But sum of even and odd, even plus odd is not even. In fact, it is an odd number. Even plus odd is an odd number. So actually, that means what all ordered pairs will sit inside my relation? So both should be even or both should be odd. That will work. Suppose 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, like that. Okay, so now x comma y is equals to even. First thing we need to check whether this function is reflexive or not. How to check reflexive? Reflexive means a comma a should sit inside my relation. So a comma a belongs to relation if A plus A gives you even. है ना? So 2A is equals to even, which is true. That means my relation is reflexive. Now second, symmetric. Symmetric means if x plus y is an even number, then y plus x should also be an even number, which is true. So symmetric so definitely is there. And if I talk about transitive, let us talk about transitive now. Okay, let us talk about transitive. All right, so transitive में x comma y and y comma z, if at all belongs to relation. Okay, so suppose x comma y is sitting inside my relation. That means both x and y are even. And y comma z belongs to my relation. That means y and z should also be even. See, x and y are even. That means y to is definitely even. Now y and z both should be even. So all four are even. Now x comma z will also be even. That will sit inside my relation. Now the other option could be that x, y, ma'am, both are odd. If x, y both are odd, that means y is odd, so z has to be odd. So if x is odd, z is odd, x comma z will also sit inside my relation. So it is also transitive. So it is actually an equivalence relation. Option C is absolutely correct. Okay. Yes, I think one student is asking about Kavini Ram. Kavini Ram, understand. If 1 is even, 1 is odd. Suppose 1 comma 2. If 1 is even, 1 is odd, then it will not sit inside my relation. It will not qualify this condition. And if it will not qualify this condition, it will not sit inside my relation. So 2 comma 1, 3 comma 4, these ordered pairs wherein 1 is odd, 1 is even, are not eligible to sit inside my relation. Are you getting my point? Yes. The next question. What is the radius of a circle whose equation is this? Okay, radius of the circle, direct question, I think. Square root of 4 square plus, this is 3 square, and this is minus 21. So this is what? 25 minus 21 will be root 4. Root 4 is nothing but 2. 2 is absolutely correct. Okay. Alrighty, clear. Then the next question on your screen. This is slightly difficult question, my dear students. Okay. 1 plus, who was asking about the difficult question? Tarun, are you there in the chat box? Huh? Because Tarun was saying, ma'am, only solve difficult question because easy to we will do. So here you have a very difficult question over here. Number of real solutions of this equation. See, this is a degree 5 equation. Right? If you solve, if you realize, see, x power 5 plus x power 4, if I rearrange in decreasing order, minus x cube minus x square minus x minus 1 is equals to 0. This is my equation. Correct? Now, see, maximum roots of this equation will be 5. And if I talk about real plus imaginary roots, it will be definitely 5. So, answer will be either 0. It may be possible that no value will satisfy this. Answer can either be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. That means they have given 4 options, but I am giving you 6 options. Okay. But real solutions, if they are asking real solution, if they will only ask number of all the solution, then the answer is clearly 5. But number of real solutions they are asking, now that is the point of problem. Okay, that is the point of problem. Now understand, one root, you have to think about one root. I don't know how on the earth you are going to get one root by hit and trial. I am waiting. No, I am not going to differentiate it. No, stop differentiating. Why do you want to differentiate? Just think about one simple root. X equals to 1 or minus 1 or 0 or 2 or minus 2. Simple root. Okay, we are not going to go beyond 2. 3, 4, 5 will take our life. So I think x equals to minus 1 if you satisfy, no? This is actually satisfying. See, minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. This is gone. This is also gone. This is also gone. So 0. Can you see x equals to minus 1 is satisfying? Now what does this mean? That x plus 1 is a factor of this equation. X plus 1 is the factor of this. What does that mean? That if I divide x plus 1 by this, so this is x power 5 plus x power 4 minus x cube minus x square minus x minus 1. X plus 1 from here you will get, no need to do that also. In fact, you can factorize this. See, I will take x power 4 common from here. I will get x plus 1. Now take x square common from here. You will get x plus 1. Now minus 1 common. You will get x plus 1 equals to 0. So x plus 1 I can take common so that x power 4 minus x square minus 1 equals to 0. So from here I am getting at least one, so I am getting one solution, so I am getting x equals to minus 1. Now from here, let us solve this. X power 4 minus x square minus 1 equals to 0. This can be solved by quadratic formula. Okay. So here x square. See, this is quadratic in x square. This is quadratic in x square. So what you can do is, you can either put x square is equals to t. So that will be t square minus t minus 1 equals to 0. If you put x square is equals to t. Okay, if you put x square equals to t. So x square or t will be equals to 1 plus minus square root of, so this is root 5 by 2. Okay, now understand, x square is coming out as 1 plus root 5 by 2. And x square is coming out as 1 minus root 5 by 2, which is a negative quantity. X square is equals to negative. This is rejected, my dear students. X square can never be negative. So from here, x square is equals to plus minus square root will be there. So 2 roots from here will be there. So 1 root was x equals to minus 1. 2 roots I have gotten from here. So basically 3 real roots and 2 imaginary roots. 3 real and 2 imaginary. So that is option D is absolutely right. And you know what, ma'am, you can common x square. No, I can't take common x square. No, there is 1 also, na. Okay, so I think this answer marked over here is wrong. Correct answer is 3. Please correct it. Okay, all right. Shall we move on to the next problem? Okay. Yes, I think this problem. For the matrix A cube is equals to I. Then they are talking about A inverse. Let me share the concept over here. Concept says that if A and B, product of two matrices, if equal to I, then A and B are inverse of each other. Inverse of each other. So A cube is equals to I. So A into A square is equals to I. So A and A square are inverse of each other. So if you ask me what is the inverse of A, I will say A square. What is the inverse of A square? I will say A. So inverse of A is A square, that is option A. Okay. All right. Yes, getting it. Next question on your screen. From the world of complex numbers, cube root of unity is actually, if you see in JEE main, I think sometimes they will ask one question, sometimes they will not ask one question. But you know what, in JEE Advanced and in other examinations like your VIT EEE, like your UGEE, like your KCET also for that matter, definitely cube root of unity is a good concept, frequently asked concept. So let me just tell you what is there from cube root of unity. 1 plus omega square is 0 and omega cube is equals to 1. These things you should keep in mind. Okay. Now let's start. See, 1 plus omega square. Then we are having omega cube. Then omega power 4. Omega power 4 is what? Omega cube into omega. Omega cube is 1. So 1 into omega. So this will start with omega, right? So this is omega power 4. Then it will have omega power 5 will be omega square. Omega power 6 will be just 1. Okay, so it will go all the way up to omega power 99. So omega power 99 will be 1. So prior to this omega square, so pattern will get repeated. and then plus omega power 100. This is omega power 99. Understand what I am trying to do. See, 1 plus omega square, so 0. Then omega cube is equals to what? 1. Then after that, omega plus omega square plus omega cube. Sorry, this is omega power 4, omega power 5, omega power 6. Then we have omega power 7. Omega power 7 is again omega. Then omega power 8 is omega square. Omega power 9 is omega. Omega power 9 is 1. So can you see after this point, we keep on getting this same pattern, which is 0, 0, 0. So this is also 0. So what we are going to get is omega cube, which is 1, plus omega power 100 is what? Omega power 99, which is 1 again, and omega. So 1 plus omega. Now 1 plus omega will be minus omega square. So minus omega square is option A, absolutely correct. Okay? Absolutely. Until 98 becomes 0, 99 as 1, yes. So now the next question on your screen is this. Okay, from a group of 7 men and 6 women. 7 men and 6 women. Okay, 7 men and 6 women. 5 persons are to be selected to form a committee so that at least 3 men are there on the committee. Okay, 3 men are there on the committee. In how many ways can it be done? Okay, at least 3 men. So I need at least case number 1, we need to make cases. Now I'll keep 3 men because at least let's start with 3 men, and obviously automatically 2 will be women because I need a total of 5. 5 persons are to be selected second. Now they are saying at least 3 men. That means I can increase the count of men. Count of men can be 4. So 4 men, obviously 1 woman. And third, there is no restriction on women. Okay, so it is going to give you 5 men. 5 men and 0 women. This will it work? To form a committee, at least 3 men are okay. Alright, so yes. Now 7C3 and 6C2. 7C4, 6C1, 7C5, and that's it. 6C0. So 7C3. 7 into 8 into, 7 into 6 into 5. 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and 6C2 is 15. And this is nothing but 7 into 7C4 is again 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and this is your 6. 7C5 is 7 into 6 by 2. Over here, I am just doubtful about what about 5 men and 0 women, because they have not given a condition on women. Okay, let's see. So 3 and 2, 6 is gone. So 7 5s are 35 into 15. 3 and 2, 6 is gone. 7 5s are 35 into 6. And this is 3. So 35 into 15 plus 35 into 6 plus 21. So this is 35 into 15 plus 6 is 21 plus 21. So now 21, if you take common, 21 into 36. 21 into 36 seems to be option number D. So D is absolutely correct. Okay, all right. No, B is not correct. Why B is correct? See, B is not correct. 756 is correct. Yes, everybody? Getting it, getting it, getting it. All right, the next question. F dash x is given, very easy question. Derivative is given. So this is dy by dx is given, or derivative is given, and f of 1 is also given. We need to find fx. So integrate now. Integrate it with respect to dx. So this is f of x on the left hand side, log of mod x, plus what about this? Sine inverse x, plus constant of integration. So obviously option E is absolutely right. If you see now, option E is right, but also we need to get C also completely if you want to get. F of 1 is pi by 2. So if you put x equals to 1, f of 1 will be pi by 2, log of 1 will be 0, then this is pi by 2 plus C. Obviously C is coming out as 0 over here. The moment you see C as 0, that means option E automatically becomes your correct answer. Okay. B is not correct. You are saying B correct, but B is not correct. Now again another easy question. AM and GM of roots of quadratic equations, arithmetic mean of roots. Suppose A and B, suppose alpha and beta are the roots. So alpha plus beta by 2 is nothing but 8. Square root alpha beta is 25. So sum of roots from here will be 16. Product of roots will be what? Product of roots, see. Alpha beta is nothing but root alpha beta is 5. So alpha beta will be 25. So x square minus 16x plus 25 is equals to 0. X square minus 16x plus 25 is matching with option B. Okay, got it? Shall we move on to the next problem? Find the period of mod tan x and cos 2x. Okay. So now cos mod tan x and cos 2x. What is the period of mod tan x? The period of tan x is pi. So period of mod tan x will be pi by 2. Period of cos x is 2 pi. So period of cos 2x is 2 pi by 2. So 2 pi by 2 will be pi. Now, when you've got both the periods, okay, all you have to do is take LCM of 1 by 2 and 1. Can anybody tell me what is the LCM of 1 by 2 and 1? LCM of 1 by 2 and 1 is nothing but 1. Half and 1 LCM. LCM of pi by 2 and pi is what? Pi. Pi is the correct answer. Option A, absolutely right. Option A is absolutely right. Next question on your screen, again logarithm based easy question. Can you see? See, simple, I will apply simple rule over here. 125 is 5 cube. 25 will be 5 square. Minus log of, this is 2 square and 8 is 2 cube. Okay. Now see, this is 3 will come in front. 2 will also come in front. So 3 by 2 log 5 to the base 5. See what happens when power is on the number, it will come in front. But when power is on the base, it will again come in front, but not in the numerator, but in denominator. This is the property. So 2 will become in the denominator. So this is 3 by 2 into 1 minus, now from here 2 will come in front. So it is 2. And this 3 will come in front, but in the denominator. So 2 by 3, log 2 to the base 2 is 1. So now 3 2s are 6, 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 by 6, option C, absolutely right. Yes, one student is saying, oh sorry, yes. Mod tan x period is not pi by 2, my bad, it's pi. So both period is pi. If both period is pi, then also pi is the correct answer. Sorry, my bad. Thank you, Arush Chaudhary, thank you. Then we are having, I think we are done with the questions, okay. We are done with the questions. So SUPR section questions are done, and now tomorrow we are going to take REAP session. Okay. All right. So yes. Okay. Perfect. So also let me check. Let me. Do we have UGEE test series? Sorry, we don't have UGEE test series, but we have other examination test series over here. Okay, let me just have I ended the stream? No, no. Am I still live? I'm still live. I believe I'm still live. Okay. Yes, so if you go in the description box, my dear student, please like the session. Like, not de-like. You have to like. Go in the chat box. See, if you're preparing for exams other than your JEE, then we have SRM JEE, okay, then we have VIT EEE, so we already have, we know that. Then we have KCT already done. Comet K is coming, right? So this is one test series, extra mile test series. So individual we have, but you will have advantage if you just go here and see this. See, AEEE, SRM JEE, SAT is also there, VIT EEE. So just put your phone number, and this is not very, very costly also. It is economical. You are getting 100 mock test. You're getting 100 question papers of these 10 examination. Even if you're targeting more than one examination, I think this is the combo for you. Just ignore. Even if you're getting 20 tests in this rupees, no, then also it's worth it. Okay. So just check it out in the description box, my dear students. Okay. All right. And yes, we are good to go. Tomorrow, we are going to come up with the next session, which is on REAP. Okay. REAP. Safe score. Okay. Let me just have a look at the safe score. Let me have a look at the previous data, UGEE data. Then I'll come with safe score of UGEE in tomorrow 11 o'clock. I will be starting the session. Okay. So 11 o'clock I'll be